Welcome to a presentation of Logan High School Sports on KVNU 102.1 FM, 610 AM, and CashValleyDaily.com. Brought to you by Advanced Heating and AC, Cache Valley Auto Care, Les Olson IT, Lana Powell State Farm, Old Grist Mill, Adams Wealth Advisors, DD Auto Salvage, Preston Watts Auto Collision, Planet Fitness, Napa Auto Parts, Young Automotive, Logan Coaches and Boosters, and Cache Valley Daily. Now, it's time for the Logan Grizzlies on KVNU.
Welcome on out to Crimson Field here in scenic Logan, Utah. Though it's the home of Logan High School Grizzlies and the venue for tonight's 3A football high school matchup between the Logan Grizzlies and the Ogden Tigers here on homecoming evening. For the Logan Grizzlies, we're here on 102.1 FM, 610 AM, KVNU, home of the Grizzlies for more than 80 years. I'm Jason Walker. I'm joined by Josh Anderson on the air, Joe Eliason on camera for us on our video stream on Cache Valley Daily. And we'd like to welcome you for tonight's festivities. It's going to be a tough one for the Grizzlies as we have two teams basically on opposite trajectories. Last week we featured a couple teams that were on similar, both teams were on a 3-game losing streak. But the national anthem starting, doing our intro right in the middle of the national anthem. So tell you what, we're going to take a quick break so we can honor our nation, and we'll be back after this.
At Adams Wealth Advisors, they believe that successful wealth management is all about planning. Adams Wealth Advisors is here to help. If you're transitioning a business, searching for the most up-to-date tax strategies, need help managing investments, or need help with estate planning, Adams Wealth Advisors has your back.
Logan High School would like to recognize and thank their sponsors of Logan High Football: Wilson Motors, A&D Landscaping, Cache Valley Bank, Murdoch Chevy, Pool Orthodontics, Factory Student Housing, Ogden Clinic, Vintage Muscle, and Duke Building Company.
From day one, right down the street, to present day, all over America, Napa and our nationwide network of parts and exceptional service were built for one mission: to keep your business moving full speed ahead.
When your car starts making that uh-oh noise, bring it to Cache Valley Auto Care. They speak fluent clunk and squeal. They'll fix it right without upselling things you don't need. Cache Valley Auto Care, behind Home Depot on 200 East in Logan.
All right, we're back here at Crimson Field after that quick break for our national anthem. Getting into our preview, Josh, as we're looking at these two teams, I was saying they're in opposite situations. The Logan Grizzlies are on a 4-game losing streak, having some rough times. Really close last week against Northridge, just kind of one defensive stop away from giving themselves a chance to win that game. But for the Ogden Tigers, it is the opposite. They are in a 4-game winning streak. They lost their season opener 28-20 against Summit Academy. But since then, they are 4-0. They've only allowed 14 points. They've recorded 2 shutouts as they won 52-0 over Judge Memorial, 43-7 over Carbon, 24-7 against Clearfield, and then 24-0 last week just up the road, or a bit of ways up the road, over in Preston, Idaho. So fun times for Ogden. Logan working on some things, showing improvement, but they did show some of those improvements last week.
Yeah, we definitely showed the running game last week,
yeah,
which is something we were hoping to get some of the previous games, and so we do get Kaden Avila back this week, so that's going to be exciting, and so I'm excited to see if we can put the running game with the passing game on this homecoming night.
Yeah, so looking at some key players, and you mentioned the running game, and look at some key players from Ogden as they feature the running game pretty prominently in their offense. They average about 144 passing yards per game, at least they're 149. Their starting quarterback averages 144. But they have several guys in the running game, heck, including their quarterback, who are able to put the ball and gain yards on the ground. Keen Crowther, their leading rusher, 44 attempts on the season, 328 yards on the year, 7.5 yards per attempt, and he's got 5 touchdowns. He also plays well on defense. He's got 9 tackles for loss. But then they've got Anderson Curry. He's got 36 rushes. They got a 1-2 punch. These two running backs combining for more than 600 yards, as Curry has 288 yards, rushing yards on the season, and he averages an even 8 yards per attempt. He's got 4 rushing touchdowns. So between those two guys, you're looking at north of 600 yards on the season and 9 rushing touchdowns. And they've also got Blake Weston. He has 170 rushing yards on the season. So as a team, they average 180 rushing yards per game with 10 rushing touchdowns. This is a pretty dangerous team that way.
It can be. Now, this is why Logan dropped down to 3A to play this type of competition. We saw how we faced against Mountain Crest. We probably would, if we faced Ridgeline, it's probably going to be like how Deseret Hills is tonight, which we don't think we'd want to do that. But I think this is going to be one of those games that I think you're going to see level competition. I think they, even though the score, they're a 4-1 and we're 1-4. Logan comes in today thinking they can win this game, and so I think our O-line matches well with their D-line, and so that's kind of what I'm hoping for, Jason. They've played a few teams that Logan has played in the past. We've actually played Judge Memorial and done really well against them. The Clearfield team scares me a little bit, but I guess we beat a big school in Hillcrest, and so there's a lot of things there that we could debate back and forth. But really what I'm just excited to see is how Logan can put it together. We saw some deep passes with Caden Nean and Jace Pingree, hoping to get a little more of those. We've seen, Graydon Olson, he got a little dinged up in one of the games, but we haven't seen much of him on offense, just a few series here and there, and I'm hoping to maybe see him. And I don't know what they do to stop him, but two of their backs are averaging 7.5 a carry and 8 a carry. That's just ridiculous, and I don't think that's going to happen tonight here in Logan.
Yeah, and Logan's going to have to keep that from happening if they're going to want to win this game. The coin toss just happened right in front of us. The Grizzlies deferred to the second half, so Ogden will start with the ball tonight. We're 3.5 minutes away from kickoff here on Crimson Field. The Grizzlies about to run out onto the field. Going to burst through the banner they got over there, and we'll get this game started, as I said, in about 3.5 minutes. But yeah, I think the keys to the game that I wrote down, I put it in all caps: stop the run. And that's just the biggest thing, keep them from gaining too many yards on the ground. And I know you mentioned you drop down to 3A, you're playing guys who, they're good, but they're not like way bigger. And I think that's a big key for the Grizzlies, is not being completely outmatched size-wise by some of these bigger schools that have a lot more kids to draw on and sometimes even a lot more resources behind them. So the Grizzlies, they've got a lot of skill. That's one thing they've not lacked.
No.
Is they have not lacked skill. Sometimes the kids just aren't big enough, and there's not a whole lot you can do to control that. But I think they're going to be good today. I think they're going to show their skill and their speed. We'll just see if they can stop the run, because if all else fails, stop the run, and that'll keep them in this game and give themselves a chance to win. And then on offense, I think keeping the run game going, Caden Avila back, just have consistency on your offense, and running the ball well is going to help with that.
Yeah, it's just going to set up our speedsters. I mean, Caden Nean, Jace Pingree, we've got legitimate speed on the outside and a big tight end up the middle. If we can give Favero just a little bit of time, I project Logan to do fairly well today. So I don't know if I'm a homer and just love, and believe in Logan because I've watched him for the last 5 years, but I'm actually believe that they can come away if they just play their game, win the turnover battle, and start off fast. Let's get a 3-and-out. Let's get our defense in there, and let's shut this running game up.
I think that was another one of my keys, is just start fast. Like, we've seen them start a bit slow on offense in pretty much every single game, save for that Hillcrest game, where they ended up winning 49-17, I believe it was. So just, start fast, get up a little bit, don't put yourself in a hole.
And I'm not comparing us, but I actually think we look like the bigger team out there.
Yeah, a little bit. get the size advantage for once. But here we go. And here comes the kickoff. And it's a surprise onside kick. And it doesn't make it the 10 yards. Then it popped out late. I think Ogden will end up keeping the ball.
Oh, and we had it. It was all set. If that would have just gone one extra yard,
I know,
Jason.
It just died a yard or two short. They were there. They had it. You see that on film.
We had it corralled. We had 3 people waiting just to touch it once it hit that 10 yards, and it went 9. I still love the call. You got to go for it if you're coach. Sets up amazing field position for Ogden. I still love the call.
And they're not in crazy field position. They're on the plus 48, so they'll start in good field position, but not crazy. Here comes the handoff right away and stuffed at the line. They'll give him 1 yard as he falls forward across the line of scrimmage. Anderson Curry taking that first carry.
And, we got to love Mason Birch in that linebacker position, just up there manhandling the tight end, shedding the block, and just making a great open field tackle for just a gain of 1.
That's exactly what you want to see on that 1st and 10 run, as they'll come out in I formation, and all the Ogden players have family, I think, on the back of their jersey, if I'm reading that right. 2nd and 9 for the Tigers. I formation, 2 tight ends, pitch to the outside. Got a bit of room to run, see if the Grizzlies can shed some tackles. They're just shedding an arm tackle there, still powering forward, and a gain of about 6.
And Quinn Pingree had him in the backfield if he was just able to wrap up. But, these are good backs. He was able to break that tackle, and, the rest of his team members, showed up to make a 3rd and a long 4, it looks like. So, we were right in that spot. If we were just able to wrap up, it would have been, 3rd and very long. But sets up a 3rd and manageable 4.
3rd and 4 for the Tigers as the Grizzlies stack the line of scrimmage. Fake handoff in the I formation, looking to throw, trying to scramble to the outside. He's getting chased. He'll get first down yardage. He'll gain about 6 yards down to the 35-yard line.
And you can see a little bit of speed there because Graydon Olson had set the edge and was just eyeing him, seeing if he could take the right angle to chase him down. And that's one of those that I don't think you'll see Graydon do that again, but the angle just is a little off, and the quarterback was able to use his speed to just outrun him for the first down. And so still love seeing Olson set that edge and just took a wrong angle there and allowed the quarterback to get the first down.
Split running back formation for the Tigers. They're going to pitch to the outside, trying to get to the edge. They will get there, but not gain too many yards. I thought they got the edge better than they did. Forward progress will give the running back about 2.5 yards. Maybe call it 3. I don't know, it'll be about 2 yards for 2nd down and 8 from the 33-yard line. Grizzlies out here on homecoming night in their all crimson jerseys, black helmets. Got the gold numbers on the jerseys and the helmets. Ogden out here in their white jersey tops, black pants.
Yeah, great fill there by Clayton Wilkie, a senior who's starting to get a little more time. Just was able to come from a safety spot and make a great tackle there.
Dropping back to pass, now looking for a screen. Nearly intercepted. That ball hit Connor Chelsea right in the chest when he wasn't expecting it.
And Connor Chelsea's like, whoa, that hit me, and now it's up in the air. But he was guarding a man there.
He was exactly where he was supposed to be.
Exactly where he was going to be. If the quarterback would have held on to that ball for just another half second, it probably would have been a pick.
He might have turned his head around by then because he was too busy focusing on the guy he's guarding. And basically hit him right in the numbers as he turned. But that's going to set up 3rd and 8, 9.5 minutes to go here in this first quarter, 0-0, as Ogden has the ball for their first possession of this game in this 3A high school football matchup. Weston back to pass, rolling right, trying to find his man, intercepted, picked off by the Grizzlies, running up the sideline, trying to beat the defense. It's a foot race, up across the 35, down to the 30, finally tackled out of bounds, Caden Nean.
And really what happened there is they forced him to throw the ball on the sideline. It was either step out of bounds or try to push that ball in there. Caden Nean just hovered around the sideline. I don't see any flags. Hovered around the sideline, just stepped in front of that throw. Quarterback does have a little bit of a cannon there. It was actually a pretty good throw, but just a better step across by Caden Nean, showing that athleticism and that speed. just needed to outrun that running back to the end zone, but took it back to the 30.
Grizzlies with the ball for the first time. Handoff to Birch, straight up the middle. He gains a chunk of yards, 11 yards down across the 20, down to the 19. 11-yard run on the first play from scrimmage for the Grizzlies.
What I love seeing there is just seeing that offensive line just take people 2-3 yards down the field. If we're going to get that, it's going to be a long night for Ogden.
Quick snap and immediately handing it off again, gaining about 4 as Birch will fall onto the 15-yard line to set up second down and 6.
And, still once again, O-line still pushing. Had a D lineman use his big paw and pull his shirt from the back, but Birch is still able to get a long 4, almost 5 yards there, setting up a very manageable second and 5.5 there. So.
Ogden stacking the box a bit. They're showing a lot of pressure here.
There's no free safety, though.
Favero alone, and he throws an interception.
Oh, my gosh.
A swing pass to the running back is intercepted, and that's going to go all the way to the end zone. Intercepted by number 11, Gavin Shreve. And after a massive turnover for the Grizzlies, they turn it right back. And it's a touchdown for Ogden, who strikes first.
They stepped in front of us. We stepped in front of them. That was just an amazing play by the Ogden defender there. Really just full stride. Saw that ball, saw that swing. Must have watched a little bit of film there to see if that's what was going to happen. I was hoping they were going to throw it deep because they did not have a safety anywhere back there, and it was one-on-one coverage. Just baited him and took it. What was that, 80 yards there?
Yeah, about 75, I think I counted. It could have been 80. It might have been 80. They were on the 15.
Yeah, 85 yards there.
So they'll set up for the PAT as a deflated Logan will line up for the PAT block. Try and salvage some pride from that there. The kick is up and looks to be good. It is, so 7-0 with 8:11 to go here in this first quarter. The Tigers, strike first here.
I'll wait for a minute.
Favero's thrown a couple of interceptions these last few games. I think he's had 3 or 4 interceptions the last few games. That one I know you got to trust your throw, and that's basically what you're doing, but as you mentioned, maybe just some film watch there is, you jump a little swing route like that, and that was the easiest touchdown you'll ever score as a defensive back.
Yeah, and he hit it on stride, too. I mean, a beautiful, amazing play by the Ogden defender there.
The Old Grist Mill has locations in Smithfield, Logan, and South Logan. If you tried the fantastic breakfast sandwiches at those locations, you'll absolutely love it. And stay tuned for our Old Grist Mill bread and butter play of the game. We'll announce that later this evening during our post-game show.
But Jason, if they're going to be that aggressive, though, that's something that you could do.
Take
advantage of that. So
we've seen teams be aggressive because Logan shows a real tendency to throw those short,
they do.
Swing routes, hitch routes. We'll see if the coaches try and punish teams for jumping those routes.
Let's see if they kick it to Jace Pingree here. This has been the best part of our game for a few different games. So let's see how the kicking game goes.
Jackson Turner puts his foot through it, and it's going to go to Colt Red instead. He fields it at the 7, running to the right side, now cutting back to the left. There's a swarm of Tiger jerseys there. He's going to get taken down at the 19-yard line.
Pingree hits that with full speed.
He's not the one who caught it.
Yeah, I know.
They might try and switch him around to the other side because they clearly kicked over to Colt Red.
Yeah, Colt Red, he still does a good job. He slowed down a little bit, but there really wasn't a crease there for him to go through. So I want to see how fast these. I want them to go deep. I want to see
Tigers playing press coverage here.
They really are.
Corners right up in the face of their respective marks as the Grizzlies line up 1st and 10 from their own 19-yard line. Handoff to Avila, trying to get around the left sideline. Stiff arms one man. He'll get to the 20, and they might mark him out of the 21. I think they're giving him the 21-yard line, so it'll be a gain of 2 for Avila in his return to the backfield.
Yeah, and you've got to run different plays. We ran 2 or 3 up the middle. We got some movement, and so I could totally see them going straight up the gut here. Looks like they may have a little bit of speed on the outside.
Favero back to pass, facing a bit of pressure. Moving around, he'll eventually get taken down back at the 14-yard line. That'll set up third and quite a ways for the Grizzlies.
I mean, one of their they have a stud on their team that already had 11 tackles for loss. I think Max Wilson, number 7, and you're seeing him right there get a tackle that's a sack right there. But they've got some speed on the outside at the linebackers right there. So that's something to watch. Just where is he?
Third and 15 for the Grizzlies. Favero looking to pass, scrambles out to the right side, looking to throw, finds his man, Graydon Olson. Very close,
1 yard
but
short.
Favero was putting all he had just to get that ball to Graydon Olson. And I think they might very well go for it here. 4th and 1. They're not sending the punt unit out there. Very dangerous.
Let's try a snap count.
Very dangerous part of the field to be doing it here. Favero sneaking, going to try and dive around the side, and I think he's got it.
The spot on the far side looks good, yes.
He needed to make the 29. It looks like they're putting him on the 29 or the 30.
That almost looked like, is that Favero? Yeah,
Favero ran the QB sneak, and they're rushing to the line. They're trying to be quick. Colt Red is already lined up. And, they gave it to him. It's first down.
Let's go. There's no one on this far side.
Yeah, they're leaving. I think that's Pingree. He's pretty much open. Now they do hand it off, though. Avila, he's going to gain about 4 yards up to the 34.
And if you can get 4 on first down, that sets you up in good position. So sets up a manageable 2nd and 6 here.
6:20 to go here in the first quarter. Grizzlies trail 7-0 behind Ogden. Caden Avila getting the handoff, getting some room to run across the 45, close to the 50. He'll make about the 48-yard line before they drive him out of bounds. Grizzlies getting the run game going.
And Avila's got to have a lot of adrenaline today. He had to sit out last week for some extracurriculars in the previous game, but if he can make it past that D-line, he's...
Favero, quick pass, and it's intercepted off the chest of Graydon Olson, and it's the second interception of the day for number 11, Gavin Shreve.
And that's a forced pass right there. There were 2 people at Graydon Olson. He tried to thread that in probably where he shouldn't have. That's something the coach will say, hey, just trust your zone, trust your reads and stuff like that. I don't think Olson was open there.
So that's 2 possessions, 2 turnovers for the Grizzlies, and this is the exact opposite way you wanted to see this offense going. And the way they're establishing the run, it's frustrating to see the pass struggling.
I know. And maybe that's something we really just got. We've got the size and we've got some strength there. Maybe we really just need to rely on the run.
So here comes Blake Weston in at quarterback for the Tigers. Handoff, trying to run up the middle, met about a yard past the line of scrimmage, and that is all that Anderson Curry is going to get on 1st and 10. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Anthony Holmes just sitting right there, shedding his block and making a great tackle for only 1 yard. Great job for a D lineman there.
Grizzlies doing pretty well on defense so far. They actually haven't given up points on defense, as the only score the Tigers have came via their own defense. They got pick 6 earlier.
Forgive me, he goes by Tony, but Tony's only a junior, and he's getting good reps right now as a junior.
Shotgun formation for the Tigers. 2nd down and 9. Weston taking the snap, looking to pass, throws, and off his mark. He was looking for Jack Thompson out there on the far sideline.
And that's one of those that great coverage by the Logan secondary. Linebackers, I even thought were a half step slow there. I wish they could have timed it up a little better and got a little more effort there, but still great job by this secondary. He really just threw that ball away, setting up a long 3rd down here.
3rd and 9 as Ogden, last time they faced a 3rd down in this part of the field, they threw an interception. We'll see if they try and move Weston out of the pocket, as they have a couple of times on these long plays. Grizzlies showing potentially a blitz here. They will do so, trying to put pressure on the quarterback. He's got nowhere to go. He'll get tackled. He just throws the ball.
No, that's a flag.
They're going to say he was out of the pocket, and no, he's dropping the flag.
That's a flag. It did not. So
that's going to be intentional grounding on Blake Weston. That'll put Ogden all the way back at their own 43-yard line. It'll be 4th and forever, and you have to imagine they have no choice but to punt.
Yeah, and so Jason, Big play by this defense. Good call by the Logan coaches, putting some pressure on there. Once again, that's almost like a coverage penalty right there. That's as good as a sack because it's a loss of down. But
I know in college they give the sack to him on that.
Do they?
Yeah, they'll credit you with the sack if
Awesome.
you did intentional grounding.
And right there, he was out of the pocket, but you've got to get that to the line of scrimmage, and he was a good 5 yards short of the line of scrimmage, just trying to throw that out and get rid of it.
Yeah, he threw it over the head of one of Logan's coordinators who was standing on about the 50-yard line.
Yeah,
line of scrimmage was like the 41.
Sets up a 4th and 28 yards.
Yeah, the first down marker is at the Logan 33, and they're at their own 37. The Tigers are lined up to punt naturally, and here comes the kick. It's high, got some decent distance. I think it's going to go out of bounds. It will at round about the 35, 34, 35?
No, I think it's the 30. He's setting up
30, excuse me. Yeah, that's the 30-yard line. Heaven knows if I could actually tell where it went out of bounds, but I think that was about where it looked like. So
Jason, we've each had a few possessions. What are you seeing so far in this game?
I'm seeing the Grizzlies playing well on both sides, but because of turnovers, they find themselves down. If they don't turn the ball over, they probably lead 14-0.
Yeah.
But when you turn the ball over, that's the great equalizer.
We are seeing Ogden has some good speed in their secondary. Their size isn't as big as Logan's. Logan's got the size advantage here.
Here comes first down, run up the middle now, bouncing to the outside. Mason Birch, he's getting across the 35-yard line up to the 36.
Yeah, and he tried to, he had a one-on-one with the corner there. And
you wanted him to run him over.
I wanted him to run him over. Birch is a power back. He's not the fancy guy that's trying to finesse him. That's Avila's job there. I wanted him to run over and keep going.
Second down, hand off to Birch. He got swallowed up by two Ogden Tigers players. He's going to lose 2 yards back to the 34.
And that really is just Ogden had a good blitz up the A gap, both linebackers, and just, tackle for losses there.
Third down and 6, now passing situation. Unfortunately, Favero has completed more passes to the opponent than to his own guys. Trying to change that here, throwing a screen. Caught by Birch, some room to run. Trying to get past the blockers. He'll be shy of the first down marker, the 39. He needed one more yard to the 40. And the Grizzlies went for it on fourth earlier, and I can't imagine they're going to change that here.
I think
they went for it when they were further back. Favero lining up for the QB sneak. They'll do just that, and he will gain that, and he's still going. Across the 45 to the 46. 47. He needed 1 yard, and he got 8.
Do it again. Like I said, you can see Logan's got the size advantage right here on their O-line versus D-line.
They are winning the battle in the trenches here so far. Favero in the shotgun, 3 receivers to his right. Avila at his side. He will hand off to Avila, who gets swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. I mentioned winning the battle at the line of scrimmage. They did not there.
And right there, Ogden's coaches have noticed that we're trying to just pound this, and they're just blitzing their linebackers in every time. The screen game was good. I'd love to maybe see Avila in there for the screen game, using his speed and getting that half step faster than Birch. But
Tigers showing 6 guys rushing potentially. We'll see if some of them drop back. They're rushing 6. Grizzlies throwing, caught. Colt Red, he gains a good chunk of yards, about 15 down across the 40, down to the 37 of the Tigers.
Just a great throw by Favero. Colt Red just had a step on the receiver and just was drilled to him. So great catch there. Good throw by Favero.
Good confident throw. Favero now going to run a QB draw up the middle, getting a good chunk of yards across the 20-yard line. 17, 18 yards, maybe almost 19.
And that's a coach's call right there. Someone saw something up the middle. These linebackers are all on the edge just trying to rush. And if you can just get a little gap, there was wide open, and you saw that. He got chunk yardage up the middle.
Favero alone in the gun, again, trying to spread out this Tigers defense.
It's there again.
Back to throw. They're rushing 5. Favero facing the pressure, trying to scramble out. I think he got back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe the slightest of losses. Call that a sack, call it a no gain. His reads weren't open, and he just needs to be confident in some of these throws. You saw he was a bit shaken up. That throw to Colt Red, though, earlier
was a good throw.
It was confident and in a somewhat tight window. So the confidence is partially there. You just need to see it and help him recover from throwing 2 early interceptions. You got to get your confidence back after that. Even though one of them wasn't even his fault, or at least it pinballed around a couple of guys. So Favero, he's got Mason Birch next to him. Ogden stacking the line, and I think we're going to... What penalty we got? The play clock hadn't run down. Is it a false start? It is a false start on the Grizzlies. I wasn't looking at who potentially did the false start. It was the official on the far sideline. It was one of the receivers.
Typically, that might be a receiver or something.
Yeah, it
like
might
that.
very well be. I can't see the entire field to know who jumped off, but referees watching these guys like hawks. So it'll be 2nd down and 15. Grizzlies pushed out of the red zone after getting inside of it. Favero got his running back next to him, dropping back to pass, moving out of the pocket, scrambling, throwing. Oh, nearly intercepted, but caught. And fighting off the defenders and getting first down yardage, still going down to the 3-yard line.
That's Jace Pingree. That's got to be with that fight there.
It is Jace Pingree. My gosh, he might be the smallest guy in the field, but he has the biggest fight in him.
Oh, it's amazing what he can do. Let's just pound this in now, too.
Grizzlies lining up in a bit of a stack formation here. Handoff to Birch. Bouncing to the outside, running, bowling over a man, into the end zone. Touchdown, Logan Grizzlies. From 3 yards out, it's Mason Birch. And the Grizzlies strike back. And we'll look to tie this one up with a PAT. 1:06 to go here in the first quarter. And just like you said, Josh, they just pounded that one right in. Yeah. Here's the PAT up and good. The extra point is good, so we're tied up here at 7 apiece. 1:06 to go here in the first quarter here on Crimson Field.
Jason, we get a scoreboard update. Ridge Line within the first 2 minutes is already up 14-0 with 10:25 in the first quarter. Skyview's up 7-0 on Green Canyon, 4 minutes in the first, and Mount Crest is 6-0 over at Stansbury. Missed PAT.
Your locally owned Napa Auto Parts supplies parts over a dozen local Napa Auto Care Centers. You can count on and trust their ASE certified mechanics. That's Napa Auto Parts. They sponsor our best part of the game. Something else we'll be announcing during our post-game show, along with our Old Grist Mill bread and butter play of the game.
This is a great chess match. They've got some speed, we've got some size. Favero's getting a little hesitant on some of that speed, though, and he's trying to just pinpoint that in, and he's just got to have confidence and do what the coaches are doing, but that was a great drive there. They should have a lot of confidence going forward.
Here comes the kickoff from Zeke Taylor. He'll put his foot through it. Line drive, and it'll go into the end zone. Caught, but landing a yard deep in the end zone is Anderson Curry. And so that'll put Ogden at the 20. This is their first possession, starting a drive inside their own territory.
Yeah,
Mind you, they've only had, I think, 2 or 3 offensive possessions?
Yeah, because we did the onside kick, and then we got an interception, and then they did get the pick 6. But then we did another interception and stopped it. So really 7-7, and they've had the ball 3 times pretty much inside their own part of the field. Logan should just be giddy right now with how it's gone.
Pitch to the outside for the Tigers. Curry running around the outside, gaining about 12 across the 30, nearly to the 35.
And that's what Logan's got to watch. They've really been trying to just use that pitch and just overloading the block in on that side. Those safeties and corners have really just got to be active trying to get those tackles. And the first 2 drives, we were able to do that. And so that's something to watch.
So 1st and 10 once again after the 13-yard gain on the first down last time. Shotgun formation, 2 running backs on the either side of the quarterback. Handoff, trying to run up the gut. Arm tackle and dragged down is Anderson Curry. Who is that on the tackle? Didn't have my binoculars.
I thought that was Raiden Nielsen.
I think you're correct. So it'll be 2nd down, and I think they're going to give him 2 yards. They're on the 35 now. We'll likely get one more play here in the first quarter as we cross under 40 seconds to play in the opening quarter. 7-7 our score between the Logan Grizzlies and Ogden Tigers, who currently have the ball. Weston, the quarterback, from the gun. Faking the handoff to the back, throwing to the wide receiver behind the line of scrimmage. Makes a couple guys miss, and because of that, turns a negative 2-yard play into a positive 2-yard play. Well, that's going to be the end of the quarter. They're not going to have enough time to throw another play out there, so we'll resume, and we'll have 3rd and 5 for the Ogden Tigers. There goes the clock, and we'll take a quick break. Again, your score, the Logan Grizzlies 7, Ogden Tigers 7 here on KVNU 102.1 FM, 610 AM, and streaming online at CashValleyDaily.com.
At Planet Fitness, you'll get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this? This is better.
Join the judgment-free zone today for $15 a month. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all.
There's nothing quite like a great hometown. At the Young Automotive Group's Cache Valley dealerships, it's our privilege to call Logan home. We not only work to provide you with an exceptional customer experience, but take care of the community. We're committed to driving Logan forward. Visit Young Automotive in Logan today.
Old Gristmill on South Main Logan, 4th North Logan, and now Smithfield offer Cache Valley that famous lunch special and natural bread baked the right way. Get your made-to-order lunch or baked goods at Cache Valley's Best of Northern Utah gold-winning bakery. The Old Gristmill, here for you.
I'm Lana Powell, and my team and I are here to make insurance simple.
Because we live right here in your community.
And if the unexpected happens, you'll have neighbors you can count on.
Come see us.
All right, we got to cut back really quick, coming out of commercial break. We are back here at Crimson Field. 3rd and 5 for the Ogden Tigers as they throw. Caught over the middle, across the 40, across the 45, across the 45 and 40, down all the way to the 30.
And Logan went for it. They went for the blitz. They went for the speed. And they just got that extra second where the quarterback was able to get the ball out just on a slant there with a perfect run. And he had running room because of the blitz. And so just, got to get there. If coach calls your number, you got to get home.
Gavin Shreve with the reception. He's had a massive game. He's intercepted 2 passes. He's got 2 receptions from Logan's quarterback, adding that one for the first time tonight from his own QB. 1st and 10 from the 29 for the Tigers, motioning a man and handing off for the jet sweep, trying to get the edge, and he will sort of get there. He gets around the edge for about 3 yards. They'll mark him down at about the 26, I believe. Give him a gain of, give a gain of 3. $11:14 to go here in the second quarter. 7-7 our score. Logan's played pretty well in defense, haven't given up any points to Ogden's offense. But Ogden trying to change that, driving into Logan territory for the 4th time.
Yeah, 4th time.
Handoff to the back, and met in the backfield. He'll manage to fall forward for a yard. He's probably met right at the line of scrimmage. They'll give him about the 29.5-yard line.
Yeah, Zeke Taylor setting the edge and also allowing Mason Birch from the linebacker just to come together for, looks like, was that a gain?
Gain about 1.
Gain about 1, but good job. They Zeke Taylor stretched it out, just allowing all his friends to come join him. So perfect textbook for a defensive end right there.
From Quosa Claims, State Farm agent Lana Powell's office makes insurance easy. Straightforward advice, flexible options, and a friendly team who's just a call away. 3rd and 5 for the Tigers. Grizzlies showing a blitz. Blake Weston in the backfield, back to pass. Looking to throw, trying to throw deep, and there's nobody there. Miscommunication between him and the wide receiver.
That's a good call. That's good there. I don't think they're looking for it either way. It was definitely uncatchable, so he just threw that outside of the...
Yeah, I think he just thought his receiver was going to make the break, and he was very well covered on the outside.
Setting up a 4th. It looks like they probably don't have a kicker that they're comfortable with making that far of a kick.
Yeah, this is very much your high school go for it on 4th down.
Yep. On the 25, they need about 5 yards, a long 5. Looks like it's a little bit on the other side of the 20, doesn't it?
Pretty much, yeah. Like I said, it's about to... Well, I think I was saying they're on the 19.5. They're on the 24.5. I'm misspotting the ball all over the place here. Weston in the backfield. Grizzlies showing an all-out blitz. And I think we've got a delay of game. Grizzlies were also pointing at the right tackle saying he false started. But it's going to be a 5-yard penalty no matter what they call, and it'll be 4th and 10 now.
Now let's see if they punt it. I think you still go for it because you're only on the 30.
I think you still go for it.
Hoping for a penalty of some sort.
So that'll reset things. 10:20 to go here in the second quarter. 7-7 as the Grizzlies trying to stop the Tigers on 4th and 10 from the 30-yard line. Grizzlies showing a blitz again. Got to get to the quarterback quickly.
And those secondary, you got to know you're down in distance.
Weston rolling out to his right, trying to find some space. Throws long, he's got a man. I think he might have caught. No, they're saying he's out of bounds.
That's a turnover right there. That's amazing. Good job. Wow, good throw by the quarterback. Just couldn't drag his feet to get that toenail in. He might need another half step up on those shoes right there, Jason.
I almost thought he dragged that right foot.
I thought he did too, but they had the referees there and saw it. Good job by the referees making the correct call.
Yeah, they're on that far sideline. We're not. So.
We'll take it.
Yeah, definitely.
I will trust them on that call.
Yeah. And it's a good one for the Logan Grizzlies. They take over.
I didn't see a lot of argument from the the Ogden side either.
No, I didn't.
So that's definitely got to be the correct call, but that's still a big 4th down shutdown.
Good job by the Grizzlies to get that stop. Now going to try and take the lead. Had 2 straight turnovers to start the game, but then drove all the way down for a touchdown. We'll see if they try and establish the run again. QB draw for Favero up the gut. He'll get across the 35. Call it the 36 and a gain of about 7 on first down.
I mean, they're just allowing that. Their linebackers are almost playing like outside linebackers. And if you can get a little push, there's really not a middle linebacker to push forward on a lot of these runs.
2nd down, and we'll call it a long 3. Favero, he faked the handoff. Well, he didn't.
Yeah, that's a mistake there.
Yeah, mistake by he turned to the right to hand off to the running back, and Avila was on his left hip.
Yeah, that's a read zone there. Favero either turned the wrong way, which probably happened because Avila was on the other side. Luckily, the ball did not hit the ground. Did have a loss of about 3 there. You still live another day, and it's 3rd down and about, a 6 there?
Yeah, between 6 and 7 yards. Favero alone in the gun, 3 wide receivers to his right, 2 to his left, and he's a bit of a confusion, I think, about exactly what the play is here, but they got things figured out. Favero back to pass. Looking to throw, throwing long, he's got a man, and
my gosh.
He caught it!
Are you kidding me?
He had to push the defender out of the way, and there's a flag now. I think they're throwing a flag for excessive celebration.
That's a Firehouse Subs first down. There is a flag on the play.
That's one of those that he almost needs the celebration, but if it was excessive, maybe he did a gesture or something like that. We'll have to see.
It is indeed unsportsmanlike conduct, and it'll be against the Grizzlies. It's a big play and a first down, but instead of being on the 41-yard line, they're going to back it up all the way to probably the 44 of the Grizzlies.
That should be after the play, though.
Yeah, it will be just 1st and 10.
But what a play. He just threw that up.
They got to move the sticks back. It's 1st and 10. It's not 1st and 25. Yeah, the referees are on top of this. They know what's up. Yep, there we go.
There we go. 1st and 10. We still got the 1st and 10. Well, he threw that up just mid thing, adjusted his body. Almost, I don't think his defender even knew the ball was being thrown until it was there, and he just adjusted and caught the ball.
Yeah, like he had to go around the defender like he was a traffic cone just to catch the ball. Run, trying to go up the middle. Birch finding some room after getting through the crowd, and he'll gain 9 yards on that 1st and 10 across the 50 to the 47.
Flex those muscles. And if we can keep getting that run game up the gut there, then it's going to open up that pass game.
Run up the gut once again. Now bouncing to the left side, though. Birch again across the 45 down to the 40. It's 1st and 10.
But he's got about 6-7 yards on each of those first 2 runs. Now they're probably going to blitz it, so watch it. Read zone, something here. Ooh, I don't like seeing that. Number 52. Simosi Pani coming off a little bit, so I don't like seeing that, but.
Handoff again, trying to go up the middle. two rushers coming off the edge, and they had eyes for Birch, and they drag him down, but not after a gain of 1 still. Birch will come out for a quick rest after gaining about 16 yards across a couple of runs there. And Caden Avila, though he'll split out wide. So it'll be Favero by himself in the gun, 5 wide settle. He's got Graydon Olson to his right, the tight end. Ogden stacking the line, and I think they're seeing a blitz call coming. We'll see if they try a quick throw to one of these big targets they got, at least the big target, Graydon Olson. Favero to throw, facing a blitz, throwing quick, and just out of the reach of Graydon Olson. He hadn't quite turned around yet before Favero had already thrown that ball his direction.
Yeah, and Favero, I don't want to, we don't have a backup quarterback, so I don't want him taking a hit, but I do think he did throw that just a half second too early there, Jason. But Olson had not made his cut there. Sets up a long third down and about 9. Now, this is probably still 4-down area if we've already gone for it twice.
Yeah, we'll see if they just run it up the middle, and they will do that with Avila, but Ogden on top of it. No gain for Avila as they're starting to key in on this run. The Grizzlies are going to have to take advantage of this through the air because you ran the ball and you forced them to collapse, and now you got to be able to blow things up in the air to keep them off on their back heels. But 4th down and 9. Grizzlies going to go for it here. It's kind of that awkward area where it's too short to punt for high school, or even in high school. And they've, Ogden started on better field position most of the time anyway.
I mean, this is either Pingree or...
Now Favero to throw, looking to throw. Over the middle, caught! No, he dropped it! He had it in his hands, and then it fell through Colt Red. I thought he had it, and then all of a sudden the ball was on the turf.
He had it. Just took a couple more steps. That was a fingertip. If he got, just a little in front of it, but Favero hit him going full speed, just wasn't able to get down and corral it in.
So it's a turnover on downs, 1 straight for each team as nobody's taking advantage of their opportunities on offense for the most part. Grizzlies have the only offensive touchdown in this game. We're at 6:42 to go here in the second quarter. We're still tied 7-7 as the Tigers take over on their own 39. 2 tight end formation. It's an I formation. Heavy, now they toss it to the outside. Grizzlies trying to set the edge, and they mostly did, but still getting in across the line of scrimmage for a 2-yard gain. Still mostly positive, but couldn't take full advantage of Graydon Olson forcing that cutback.
Yeah, and they've worked that. You can tell they're working that. Those safeties are really trying to come up and be a part of this game. We did set the edge there, but we almost need to take out a couple of the blockers when we set that edge. Right there we set the edge, but all the blockers just moved up front too, and he was able to turn upfield and get a few yards.
Blake Weston now in the gun. He's got basically 2 tight ends flanking. It's almost that wing formation. Running back behind him. And
that's either a timeout.
I think they're going to have a timeout. I think they call a timeout for a delay of game so they can hang on to 2nd and 8. So it'll be a timeout by the Ogden Tigers as players will take a quick break. We'll keep it here. Those of you watching on Cache Valley Daily, your video experience is powered by Adams Wealth Advisors. Adams Wealth Advisors wants to understand your family, job, hobbies, and goals. To earn your financial trust, visit adamswealthadvisors.com to schedule a time with an advisor today.
Let's take a look at the scoreboard. It looks like Stansbury has scored, taking the 7-6 lead over Mount Crest with 8:01 in the second. For all that you had the over-under 35 in the first quarter for Ridgeline, it is 35-0 at the end of the first quarter. Bear River is up 14-0 on Tooele, and Skyview is now up 14-3 over Green Canyon with 6:20 in the second.
We resume play here at Crimson Field. 5:50 to go here in the second quarter. Ogden with 2nd down and 8 from their own 41-yard line. As one of these two teams tries to break a tie, I think they're running the same play. They move to an offset I. Running back up the middle, dodging around a couple of defenders, and all that work for 2 yards, maybe 3, as they'll set up about 3rd and Kind of a long 5. Let's
Yeah.
see. It'll be 5 yards. They're at the 44. They need to make the 49 for a first down.
Yeah, and Raiden Nelson just filling that A gap and just getting them. I mean, that's what your middle linebackers should be doing there. Just doing an amazing job of fighting off the blocker, shedding it, and making the tackle for limited yards. Big third and about, looks like a long 5 here.
Grizzlies bringing every guy they have in the box on the line of scrimmage, and they send everyone, trying to put pressure on the quarterback, throwing and tipped out of the hands of the receiver.
No flag.
No flags, as that is number 16, Clayton Wilkie, who gets the good pass breakup and from behind, reaching his arm around.
Yeah, Wilkie there was a little bit of a hug there. I still think it's a good no call. I think they had one of those on us earlier. It looks like it's consistent that the refs aren't calling that. Consistency. I mean, if they're calling it one way, you just hope they do it the other, and that's what you're seeing here today. So, in my opinion, I think it's a good no call.
And you're letting them play a bit of defense there. Football is a physical game.
Yep.
So the Tigers out to punt, and they get a bit of a rugby kick. Good high kick. Jace Pingree going to catch it, and he didn't call fair catch, but he had at least a little bit of run up before he got taken down. He's going to basically gain, I think he gained nothing. He was tackled about where he stood. He ran 2 yards sideways, trying to escape the defense.
Yeah.
Brave. But it'll ultimately be the 24-yard line for the Grizzlies, which is where they'll start here. Their last drive struggled a bit. They basically had a couple of good runs to start, a big play on 3rd and long, and then they went 3 and out once they crossed the 50-yard line. Well, they went backward because of a excessive celebration penalty. Now the Grizzlies with 2 wide receivers, they're going to stack them on either side, one in front of the other. We'll see if they try a quick screen pass here. Now just going to run it to Birch, though he's swarmed behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Ogden just sending guys right at Mason Birch off the edge, just trying to get to him as quickly as possible.
Yeah, those outside linebackers are just blitzing in almost every time they're pinching in. And so they're just not letting a lot of that read zone. I mean, you almost got to have a true read, because if that's a read zone, that's your option man that's making the play, and that shouldn't be happening. That should be a pull and a boot there.
Handoff to Birch, trying to get up the middle, breaks the tackle, running free, gaining about 8 or 9 yards. There's a flag at the end of the play, and I'm not sure that won't be a face mask.
Yeah, that's got to be in the face mask area right there. I mean, it's a little upfield, still could be in the holding area, but
I think it is face mask. They're looking toward the defense.
Yep.
Personal foul, face mask on the defense, tack 15 yards onto a 10-yard gain or an 11-yard gain for Mason Birch.
Just chugging those legs. I mean, this is Birch's game right here. He's just that power back, and he's just showing he's got that power to run through some of those arm tackles. As long as he gets that push up front, that explosion for that first yard, and can get above that first initial contact, he's getting big chunk yardage.
Grizzlies 4 wide receivers, and I believe Avila in the backfield next to Favero, who will run the QB draw, just chugging forward, and he'll fall across the 45, give him the 42-yard line, 8 yards on 1st and 10.
And that's almost like an ISO right there with Birch in the back, even with Avila. Avila still let it. Some of those times, those middle linebackers are on the edge, just trying to set the edge. There's no one back there than a free safety. So if they can get past the initial D line, it opens up for 8-9 yards, and you're seeing that.
2nd and 2. Pingree motions across the formation. Handoff to Avila, met immediately in the backfield. Loss of 1 on the play.
See, but those slow plays like that where they have to set up, he goes to the back. They're pinching in as fast as possible. You almost need the quick plays. But you gotta set that up somehow.
And a official's timeout, I believe. 3:22 to go here in the second quarter, and a 7-7 tie. Officials having a quick chat. I'm not sure about what. There's no flags on the ground. And they're not going to signal anything. There's just something I guess they were needing to talk about.
We're not jinxing us, but the clock's been pretty good today.
Yeah, it has. And they gave it a good software update.
Yeah, absolutely.
Grizzlies having a chat on the sideline. Play clock runs down 15 seconds. They got some time, so long as Favero gets back and gets the snap. 3rd down and 3. 7 seconds on the play clock. They got to get this going. 5 seconds. Favero motioning Graydon Olson. They get the snap off in time. Handoff. And gaining about 1, fighting for all he's worth, Mason Birch.
They tried to bring Graydon Olson in to just kick out that end to open a hole. It just looked a little bit out of sync there. We never got to it. Setting up, we only got about two yards there, setting up a long 4th and 2.
Excuse me, that was Caden Avila who ran the ball, who's now split out as a wide receiver. Favero alone in the gun, 4th and 2 that they face under 2.5 minutes to play here in this quarter. Hard count.
You may see a timeout here with 2 minutes left.
I think we very much will. Nate Butts is looking at the clock, and he's going to let it run down. I think they're just trying to burn as much as they can. Timeout called right before the play clock ends, so they'll get a lot more time to think about this. Drop a good play. They don't want to fail this and then give Ogden a chance to take a lead before halftime. Ideally, you score this, you get the ball out of halftime.
Yep.
In a perfect world, you score here and you manage to go up 21-7 early in the third. But, of course, before all that happens, they've got 4th and 2 to deal with.
And I jinxed ourselves because now, look at that. We got the...
Yeah, they got the timeout clock. That was on purpose.
Okay.
I know it looks weird on our broadcast here where we've got the camera on the clock. But second quarter, and there's just over 2 minutes to play here. At Preston Watts Collision and Glass, they've been in business for 60 years. Next time you crash, call Preston Watts Collision and Glass. 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go as we come out of this timeout. Teams breaking the huddle and will line up straddling the 42-yard line of the Tigers as the Grizzlies are in positive territory here. That's what's driving this 4th down attempt.
Now, this is a big play because you know they're probably going to put their linebackers in that A gap thinking that we're
Grizzlies with 4 wide receivers. Favero with Birch in the backfield. Favero to throw. He's going to throw. Caught, first down, and still trying to gain some yards.
Will Ward there with the great route, good hands, trusting his receiver there. Just kind of bubbled around, Big Olson there. I don't know if that was a pick, but it almost.
I think the linebackers just kind of vacated that area. I think that's something where the offensive coordinator says this will be open.
And it was.
Favero in the gun once again. He will hand it off to Birch through the hole around the left side.
Run him over.
Juke the safety. Trying to break one last tackle. He can't quite do it. He'll get down to the 12-yard line, though.
He did juke him out, though, this time.
He did juke him out a little bit. I know you still want to run him over.
I still want him to run him over. He's got the size on that safety. But he did juke him and got an extra about 7 yards there. Was chased down by the corner. But an amazing run by Birch, just using that speed and that strength and running through all those arm tackles. Just a great job. Good hole on the left side by the left guard there.
1:17 to go here in the half. Grizzlies on the 12-yard line. 12 yards from the lead. Hand off to Birch. Trying to break an arm tackle. He will not do so. He'll be wrapped up. Forward progress will get him to the line of scrimmage. We've got about a platoon switch here on the offensive line. 2 offensive linemen coming out. Working some different guys in there. Birch coming out. Caden Avila in at running back for 2nd and 10. Clock rolls under 50 seconds. Grizzlies have 2 timeouts, so you're not really worried about time. You're worried about getting this ball in the end zone or, at worst, a field goal.
Yep. You just want points.
Favero takes the shotgun snap, rolling. He's looking for a screen. He's got his man Avila trying to get around the defense. The blockers couldn't quite get him enough room he needed. He'll get to about, the 10. He'll gain 2 yards there. It'll set up 3rd and 8, and Nate Butts will call time. He does need to call that one.
Yeah, you got about 2 plays left, 24 seconds. Well, you got the 2 timeouts. But so that means everything he can run it up the middle. He can do a lot of things. If he gets the first down, clock will stop. He still is able to do that, but sets up a big 3rd, and we're about 3rd and 8. So
you really wish that he could have gotten like 5 more yards, because then you'd be like, all right, run it on 3rd down, call a timeout if you or maybe like spike the ball if you get the first down, so you don't have to burn one more timeout and you're inside the 2-yard line, and then you could get like 2 throws into the end zone. I know you're probably really worried about a turnover here because if they don't get this conversion here, you have to bet they're going to kick a field goal, take the lead going into halftime.
Yep.
They've been really aggressive, but this is a place where you just take the points that you earned. But we got one more down here, as the Grizzlies are going to throw. Favero throwing a fade into the end zone. He's got Caden Neum, touchdown!
And that's speed right there, Jason. Really, they just set him there and said, I want you to pivot in and then just sprint all the way to the corner of the end zone. And you're going to create separation with that speed, and we're just going to loft it in there and throw it to you. And that's what you saw. That's the speed of Caden Neum. Beautiful job, beautiful throw by Favero. Great call by the coach.
Everything went well for that play there. It makes it 13-7 as Zeke Taylor will come in for the PAT, try and make it 14-7. Kick is up, and it is good. 14-7. The Grizzlies take the lead with 18 seconds to go here in the quarter. We're going to see if I caught that on replay. I think I did. I hit the button in time. You can watch on Cache Valley Daily. As you said, Josh, that was a fantastic throw from Easton Favero. There are college quarterbacks who can't make that throw properly.
Beautiful throw, beautiful play. It just really executed really well.
We're coming up on halftime, but I'd like to remind you at Planet Fitness, they've got big fitness energy for all the benefits, all for less at Planet Fitness.
And this is one of those, you've got 18 seconds left, so they've got a few calls. I'm still kicking this out of the end zone, putting them on.
No onside here.
No, you don't do the onside here. You don't. I mean, if you had 3 or 4 seconds, you squib that, but you still got 18 seconds left. Just kick it deep. Don't even give him a chance.
Zeke Taylor will put his left foot through this one here. We're not quite to that point yet. He's still teeing it up. Just after he just kicked the PAT. So that's about as well as you could have drawn up that end of quarter sequence or end of half sequence for the Grizzlies. Though you have to get through these last 18 seconds to be able to say that it was completely perfect. Bit of a stutter step there from Zeke Taylor. He's going to still put that one 2 yards deep into the end zone. It'll roll out. So a touchback. And Ogden will trot out onto the field, and we'll see if they try anything or maybe just run it up the gut and say this half is done. They'll try and regroup.
Yeah, just have that deep safety. Make sure we don't get a deep throw over your head. I mean, you've seen this in the NFL countless times. If you're the deep safety, it should not go over your head. Do a pass interference. It doesn't matter. It's only 15 yards in high school. It's not a spot foul. So you've got to be smart with all of your options.
But it looks like they're doing a kneel down anyway here. So great analysis, but they're not trying anything.
Yeah, I mean, they don't have that great of a kicker. In high school, it is a disadvantage because you don't get spot fouls, and so you can just play the game there. But great job by the Logan Grizzlies of just pushing that in.
So that'll be the end of the first half. Your score, the Logan Grizzlies 14, the Ogden Tigers 7. It's just the second time all year the Grizzlies have led at halftime, and they've earned that with some great play today. We're going to have a bit of a longer halftime. We're going to try and make sure we come back. We'll be on camera. Try and get some of these halftime festivities on camera. Though for those of you on radio, well, obviously, we're not going to have just dead air and music of the cheerleaders dancing and doing some of these. But we'll take a quick break. We'll have some halftime analysis for you talking about this game. So we'll be back after this here on 102.1 FM, 610 AM KVNU, and streaming online at CacheValleyDaily.com.
Here to help life go right.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CacheValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CacheValleyDaily.com.
Searching for copiers and printers? Les Olson IT has what you need. Find reliable HP printers, award-winning sharp copiers, and high-end Rico graphic systems.
Les Olson IT.
Make it 3 years in a row. Advanced Heating and AC is honored to be Best of Northern Utah Gold Medalist. Thank you for your support and vote of confidence in their company. Advanced Heating and AC, online at advancedheating-ac.com.
This is Josh Watts. At Preston Watts Collision and Glass, we have been your #1 resource for collision repair, auto glass replacement, and towing for over 60 years. We are Cache Valley's largest collision repair center. Next time you crash, call Preston Watts Collision and Glass. We do it right.
At Adams Wealth Advisors, they believe that successful wealth management is all about planning. Adams Wealth Advisors is here to help. If you're transitioning a business, searching for the most up-to-date tax strategies, need help managing investments, or need help with estate planning, Adams Wealth Advisors has your back.
Logan High School would like to recognize and thank their sponsors of Logan High football: Wilson Motors, A&D Landscaping, Cache Valley Bank, Murdoch Chevy, Pool Orthodontics, Factory Student Housing, Ogden Clinic, Vintage Muscle, and Duke Building Company.
From day one, right down the street, to present day, all over America, Napa and our nationwide network of parts and exceptional service were built for one mission: to keep your business moving full speed ahead.
When your car starts making that uh-oh noise, bring it to Cache Valley Auto Care. They speak fluent clunk and squeal. They'll fix it right without upselling things you don't need. Cache Valley Auto Care, behind Home Depot on 200 East in Logan.
At Planet Fitness, you'll get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this? This is better.
Join the judgment-free zone today for $15 a month. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all.
There's nothing quite like a great hometown. At the Young Automotive Group's Cache Valley dealerships, it's our privilege to call Logan home. We not only work to provide you with an exceptional customer experience, but take care of the community. We're committed to driving Logan forward. Visit Young Automotive in Logan today.
Old Gristmill on South Main Logan, 4th North Logan, and now Smithfield offer Cache Valley that famous lunch special and natural bread baked the right way. Get your made-to-order lunch or baked goods at Cache Valley's Best of Northern Utah gold-winning bakery. The Old Gristmill, here for you.
I'm Lana Powell, and my team and I are here to make insurance simple.
Because we live right here in your community.
And if the unexpected happens, you'll have neighbors you can count on.
Come see us at Lana Powell State Farm, here to help life go right.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CacheValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CacheValleyDaily.com.
Searching for copiers and printers? Les Olson IT has what you need. Find reliable HP printers, award-winning sharp copiers, and high-end Rico graphic systems.
Les Olson IT.
Welcome back to Crimson Field, doing some halftime here. Halftime analysis. There's 15 minutes to go until halftime. They're announcing the homecoming royalty. Still announcing. They've got Clayton Wilkie out there. So he just get announced as they're announcing which spot, or they're about to announce the winners here. But let's talk about, Josh, the first half for these Logan Grizzlies. I thought it was interesting looking at some of the stats we got here. Logan has outgained Ogden 220 to 51. They've really done well on offense. The Grizzlies fairly balanced in their offense, although that's fairly rare for them. They're usually pass heavy, but 130 yards to 101 passing yards. We just had the homecoming king announcement there. It's a Huntsman Powell, is that was the young man's name?
Hudson, I think.
Hudson. I got my earphones on. I was talking at the moment when they announced that. Congratulations to Mr. Powell. Waiting for the Sophia Call is the homecoming queen. So congratulations to those two young individuals there. Big night for them.
But Jason, you mentioned the stats, and really if you look at it, I mean, it's been a fairly even game because Ogden started out with the pick 6 and they were already up 7, so we were just behind the needle a little bit. But Logan's had to drive it up and down this field to just get those points. Both of those drives were not just quick drives. They were good, long drives. And so it makes sense what they're doing. The defense has been excellent. Other than the one pick, the defense has been excellent. They've shut them down. They've limited their running ability. Do you have the rush yards there for Ogden?
Ogden, they have run for 40 yards. So hold on, this doesn't add up. Because it says they have 36 pass yards allowed and 4. That's 76 rushing yards.
I wonder if there's some sacks and stuff taking away some of those yards.
Yeah, that's entirely possible there. But yeah, so 40 rushing yards, 36 passing yards allowed. So my math wasn't mathing there. But yeah, 231 yards. I said 220 earlier. It's 230. Maybe there's some sacks and team loss yard there. But yeah, just the Grizzlies doing well. And as you were talking about, stopping the run was the number one key for the Grizzlies. 180 rushing yards per game for Ogden coming into this one, and they are well below that.
And they've had one big run, and it's been about to be honest, I think it's only been one big pass.
Yeah, they had one big pass. Like their longest run has gone for like 9 or 11 yards.
9 or 11 yards.
Like
they've been able to, the secondary, I think Coach Butch probably really said, that's something he said last week. We've got to work on our arm tackling, and we've got to be able to, if our players are in the right spot, they've got to be able to bring them down, and you're seeing that today. It's pretty amazing to see when it comes together. But one of the main things, though, is the running game. You can tell we've got the power and we've got the size, and Birch, if he's not getting hawked from behind at the very first with those blitzing linebackers, he's just punishing this Ogden defense.
Yeah, and we'll see if they make adjustments because, it's basically feast or famine. You're either getting stopped for 1 or you're gaining 9. That's basically been their rushing offense. And as you said, the guys coming off the edge, they have eyes for Mason Birch or Caden Avila, and it's like they're just going. And a lot of them, the offensive line is letting them go because it's you're going to run up the gut. Sometimes he gets by. Sometimes Birch or Avila get by. Sometimes they don't. So we'll see if there are any adjustments from the Grizzlies to try and mitigate those guys coming off the edge, because you don't want to have to suddenly start blocking them, because then that's one fewer blocker for the play side action. So you don't want to have to compromise there. But if they can solve some of those, and instead of 1 or 9, you get 4 or 9, then that absolutely turns this second half into a bit of a rout for the Grizzlies.
Now we get the ball.
Yes.
And that's gonna factor in a lot. If we can just take this down and get some points, it's gonna put a lot of pressure on Ogden to try to get out of their offense or defense, and potentially we saw on that first drive with their throwing, with our coverage on our corners, we were able to pick it off. And so if we can get them out of their strong run game, that could be a big factor there.
Definitely, certainly it can be. So we'll look to see what the Grizzlies do on offense and see if they continue playing good defense. I know the Tigers have 7 points, but those came from their defense. Logan's defense is pitching a shutout. They've not allowed a point yet, even though the Tigers have been on the Grizzlies' side of the field 4 or 5 times. A lot of that was interceptions that got them into that range, going for that surprise onside kick at the start of the game that just refused to go that final couple of yards, and some other things. So the defense is doing good despite being put in some disadvantageous situations. So we'll take a break in a second here. Before we do that, Josh, do we have any score updates from around the valley?
Yes, we do. Looks like Green Canyon just scored. Skyview still up 14-12 on Green Canyon. 37 seconds left in the second. Mount Crest has scored, taking the lead 14-7 over Stansbury at halftime. And Ridgeline's up 49-0 with 8:40 in the second.
So we'll take a break and we'll probably come back just before halftime is set to begin. A reminder, we will have our Old Grist Mill bread and butter play of the game announced later. We've already got a couple nominees. I know that interception, 45-yard return from Caden Nean was a big play, although you'd probably look at the pass there at the end of the half from Easton Favero. Heck, we can watch it one more time on our instant replay. I think I still got it saved in here. Just watching, this will be one of our nominees. We'll see. There's a lot of game left to play. This is not the play yet. I say yet. It may very well become so, but we'll announce officially what it is at the end of the game during our post-game show, and you'll have a chance to win free bread, 4 loaves of free bread from the Old Grist Mill. If you call in to the KVNU Morning Show, they'll call for it during their show, and if you call in, you can get those free loaves by telling them what the Old Grist Mill bread and butter play of the game is. We'll go ahead and take a break. We'll be back after this here on 102.1 FM, 610 AM KVNU, home of the Grizzlies, and streaming online at Cache Valley Daily, where your video experience is powered by Adams Wealth Advisors.
Glass replacement and towing for over 60 years. We are Cache Valley's largest collision repair center. Next time you crash, call Preston Watts Collision and Glass. We do it right.
At Adams Wealth Advisors, they believe that successful wealth management is all about planning. Adams Wealth Advisors is here to help. If you're transitioning a business, searching for the most up-to-date tax strategies, need help managing investments, or need help with estate planning, Adams Wealth Advisors has your back.
Logan High School would like to recognize and thank their sponsors of Logan High football: Wilson Motors, A&D Landscaping, Cache Valley Bank, Murdoch Chevy, Pool Orthodontics, Factory Student Housing, Ogden Clinic, Vintage Muscle, and Duke Building Company.
From day one, right down the street, to present day, all over America, Napa and our nationwide network of parts and exceptional service were built for one mission: to keep your business moving full speed ahead.
When your car starts making that uh-oh noise, bring it to Cache Valley Auto Care. They speak fluent clunk and squeal. They'll fix it right without upselling things you don't need. Cache Valley Auto Care, behind Home Depot on 200 East in Logan.
At Planet Fitness, you'll get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this? This is better.
Join the judgment-free zone today for $15 a month. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all.
There's nothing quite like a great hometown. At the Young Automotive Group's Cache Valley dealerships, it's our privilege to call Logan home. We not only work to provide you with an exceptional customer experience, but take care of the community. We're committed to driving Logan forward. Visit Young Automotive in Logan today.
Old Grist Mill on South Main Logan, 4th North Logan, and now Smithfield offer Cache Valley that famous lunch special and natural bread baked the right way. Get your made-to-order lunch or baked goods at Cache Valley's Best of Northern Utah gold-winning bakery. The Old Grist Mill, here for you.
I'm Lana Powell, and my team and I are here to make insurance simple.
Because we live right here in your community.
And if the unexpected happens, you'll have neighbors you can count on.
Come see us at Lana Powell State Farm, here to help life go right.
DD Auto and Salvage you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CacheValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CacheValleyDaily.com.
Searching for copiers and printers? Les Olson IT has what you need. Find reliable HP printers, award-winning sharp copiers, and high-end Ricoh graphic systems.
Les Olson IT.
Make it 3 years in a row. Advanced Heating and AC is honored to be Best of Northern Utah Gold Medalist. Thank you for your support and vote of confidence in their company. Advanced Heating and AC, online at advancedheating-ac.com.
This is Josh Watts. At Preston Watts Collision and Glass, we have been your #1 resource for collision repair, auto glass replacement, and towing for over 60 years. We are Cache Valley's largest collision repair center. Next time you crash, call Preston Watts Collision and Glass. We do it right.
At Adams Wealth Advisors, they believe that successful wealth management is all about planning. Adams Wealth Advisors is here to help. If you're transitioning a business, searching for the most up-to-date tax strategies, need help managing investments, or need help with estate planning, Adams Wealth Advisors has your back.
Logan High School would like to recognize and thank their sponsors of Logan High football: Wilson Motors, A&D Landscaping, Cache Valley Bank, Murdoch Chevy, Pool Orthodontics, Factory Student Housing, Ogden Clinic, Vintage Muscle, and Duke Building Company.
From day one, right down the street, to present day, all over America, Napa and our nationwide network of parts and exceptional service were built for one mission: to keep your business moving full speed ahead.
When your car starts making that uh-oh noise, bring it to Cache Valley Auto Care. They speak fluent clunk and squeal. They'll fix it right without upselling things you don't need. Cache Valley Auto Care, behind Home Depot on 200 East in Logan.
At Planet Fitness, you'll get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this? This is better.
Join the judgment-free zone today for $15 a month. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all.
There's nothing quite like a great hometown. At the Young Automotive Group's Cache Valley dealerships, it's our privilege to call Logan home. We not only work to provide you with an exceptional customer experience, but take care of the community. We're committed to driving Logan forward. Visit Young Automotive in Logan today.
Old Gristmill on South Main Logan, 4th North Logan, and now Smithfield offer Cache Valley that famous lunch special and natural bread baked the right way. Get your made-to-order lunch or baked goods at Cache Valley's Best of Northern Utah gold-winning bakery. The Old Gristmill, here for you.
I'm Lana Powell, and my team and I are here to make insurance simple.
Because we live right here in your community.
And if the unexpected happens, you'll have neighbors you can count on.
Come see us at Lana Powell State Farm, here to help life go right.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CacheValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CacheValleyDaily.com.
Searching for copiers and printers? Les Olson IT has what you need. Find reliable HP printers, award-winning Sharp copiers, and high-end Ricoh graphic systems.
Les Olson IT.
Welcome back to Crimson Field. We're 2.5 minutes away from the start of the second half. It said 1:30, and then they added a couple of minutes, or a minute back on. Logan's out there warming up on the north end zone as we prepare for the start of the second half. The Grizzlies played well, and really 2 turnovers by the Grizzlies, 2 self-inflicted errors. A pick 6 thrown when they were on the 15-yard line, and then another interception after they'd started to drive a little bit. If it weren't for those, Josh, we might not see a 14-7 score. We might see like a 21 or 24-7.
Yeah.
Well, and I guess the 7 wouldn't be there because the pick 6 came off.
Yeah, I mean, really, Logan's had to just rely on what they're doing well. They've incorporated some of the pass, but it's really just been the power run game. It's not the speed to the side, it's up the middle. And part of it is it's just the way Ogden's doing it now. I guarantee you're going to see some wrinkles because that's really what Logan's been able to do. A couple throws here and there, but very little throwing. It really has just been the run game moving up the field.
I have to imagine that whatever offensive adjustments they try here, it's going to be trying to adjust their passing game to take advantage of the way that Ogden is selling out on the run. Because I think you saw them try to do that, that 4th and 2 they faced where they threw it to Will Ward. I feel like that was them, they bit of a pick route, but I think with where the linebackers just vacated the middle,
Yep.
It was just like, we know that space is open because Ogden ain't there. And so I think they're looking at that, and so they'll drop some passing concepts, some play action, to make Ogden respect that passing game, and then the run game's going to be wide open again, as it has been for most of this game. 130 yards in the first half. I think that's a season high rushing yards at all.
I agree. I think it is.
And it was just the first half. So trying to, you don't want to abandon that because it's working, but you're making it better by taking advantage of when Ogden sells out for it.
And when Ogden sells out, they've been able to stop him in the backfield.
Yeah.
It's just like I said, Birch, if he's not caught from behind, is getting like 8-9 yards.
Yeah.
So,
as we were saying in halftime, it's either 1 yard, no yards, or 9.
Yeah.
Or 15 sometimes. Like there's like hardly any 4 or 5 yard runs. It's just nothing or a lot. So here comes the kickoff team as we begin the second half. Ogden huddled around the ball still. We saw Northridge kick a surprise onside from this situation and recover it. But it looks like Ogden is going to go ahead and line up for this one normally. Quick score update. Bear River up 35-0 over Tooele. They're at halftime. As we're just coming out of halftime here at Logan High School, Crimson Field. And here comes the run up for the kickoff. Foot through it, ball in the air. Jace Pingree gonna catch it at the 8. Running up the right sideline, trying to find the crease. Got some room to run. Breaks a tackle across the 50. One man to beat. Stiff arms him, but he'll be dragged down at the 35.
Gosh. I did not think Jace Pingree could get caught there. But Ogden does have some speed, but Pingree's showing that he's one of the best in 3A at this. Took it at about the 10, and he ran that for about 50 yards. Just a great job using that speed, trying to outrun him, but just got caught by the safety back here. But just what a wonderful start to this second half. Ball is on their own 35.
So the Grizzlies now starting with the ball 35 yards from pay dirt, motioning Caden Avila into the backfield. Only 5 guys in the box for Ogden. We'll see if they just try and run it up the gut here. They will fake the handoff. Easton Favero off and running across the 20. Takes a big hit, but he gets down to the 13-yard line. You're talking about the way those outside linebackers play it. He pulls the ball, and he had
all the room. And I hope you see that, because that's what's keeping them honest. I think Coach Buds is like, just pull it the first time. Just trust me. Just pull it. Big yardage there. Big yardage there. That's a 15-yard run there. So great job.
Favero with the hard count there. They had 3 wide receivers, though. Nope. Caden Avila's going back. Graydon Olson, they're trying to figure out where they're lining up here. They got 4 wide receivers stacked to the left side. Favero just going to run it up the gut again. Sneaking past a couple of defenders. He's going to gain about 6 across the 15 down to the 12 or 13. The angle's hard for me.
And that's got to be setting something up, because the minute you start getting that linebacker cheating over here, they're going to go to where the 4 receivers are.
Yeah, they're just spreading things out here and saying, Ogden, we're going to spread you out, get guys outside the box, then we're just going to run it.
Yep.
I have to imagine a lot of this drive was drawn up during the halftime breaks, and these are our adjustments here. Avila standing behind Favero in the shotgun. He motions Will Ward from the right side to the left. Fake the handoff, throwing to Ward on the outside. Ooh, tackled. Jace Pingree couldn't quite secure the block there to give Will Ward, and Favero's pass a little high as well. They're going to lose about 6 yards. 6 or 7 yards. Basically going to set up 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, that's just a great individual play. Pingree wasn't able to get the block. The Ogden defender was able just to shuck him down and then just make the tackle. That's just great individual play there by that safety.
So 3rd down and 10. Favero going to hand it off to Birch. Just trying to power forward. Ooh. They're going to get to the 13, get back to the 13, basically gained the yardage they lost back.
4th and about 6 here.
And they're going to send the kick team on. Zeke Taylor trots onto the field. They're going to take the points that Jace Pingree largely earned with that big return there. Got a couple of big plays, but just that one negative play put them behind the sticks. And so this will be officially a 30-yard field goal. I guess I shouldn't say officially. I'm not the one who gets to determine that, but they set up the tee on the 20. Snap is down, kick is up. Did it stay in? No, it did not. It went wide left.
And those hurt you.
The announcer says the announcer said it went in, but it was no good. 9:51 to go here in the second quarter. Logan trying to get points on that first drive, coming up short, and now the defense needs to step up as they did all of that first half.
Correction. That kick was not good. First down with Tigers.
There we go. Get the correction from the booth. As the Grizzlies line up, 5 guys, no linebackers in, 6 guys on the line, showing all out. They will go all out. Quick throw, setting up a screen and shoestring tackle there. I believe by Caden Nean, saved a much bigger gain. It'll be a gain of 5.
You got to watch that one again because there were no linebackers there. Caden Nean doesn't make that play. That could have even gone to the yard right there.
You have to imagine that was what Ogden saw.
Yep.
So second down and 5. Hand off to the running back, trying to make the edge. He will get there and power through a couple of arm tackles for 2 yards.
Still a great job of setting the edge. I mean, that's something you can live with. You know, Raiden Nelson scraping across with, just making that tackle, showing how good of a linebacker he is there. Olsen setting that edge and Raiden just scraping across and making that play. That's how it should be.
Third down and 3, and try and get a stop here, and you can force a punt. The Grizzlies again showing that 6-man rush, and they're going to do just that, looking to throw. Trying to bring him down, they do. They drag down Blake Weston.
Braden Olsen there with that sack. Just don't get a celebration penalty.
Doesn't look like they're doing that. Graydon Olsen celebrating a well-earned sack of Blake Weston. That'll bring out the Tigers punt team.
And the dangerous Jace Pingree, if they just give him an angle or a crease, I think he could hit this.
Punters had a good hang time. It's number 22, I believe, Jackson Turner. I think. Bit of a high snap, gets it off. And
you're kidding me.
There's going to be a roughing on Zeke Taylor, and that's going to wipe away the punt and likely give the Tigers the ball back. Unless it's a running into the kicker.
No, that's a roughing. He laid him out.
So we're going to see.
And that wasn't even for the leg. He literally just, tackled him.
So, it's a personal foul, roughing the kicker. That'll give Ogden the ball back. That's a big mistake there from the Grizzlies as they lose the ball, and their defensive effort is wasted.
The ball was already kicked.
Yeah, you just got to get out of the way. You got to find your angle. Like, if you're trying to block the punt, you're trying not to run at the kicker anyway. You're trying to run in front of him.
And he just said, screw it. I'm already going full speed. Let's just run him over.
So ball moves up to the 37-yard line of the Tigers. And they'll come out on offense. Once again, they send the offense out after the punt team had been there. 7:49 to go here in the third.
And this is where we just got to, rally around him. He's got to just make a good play here.
Back to pass, 6-man rush, trying to just haul it deep. Quinn Pingree trying to get there.
That's out of bounds.
Yeah, he's out of bounds by about a yard. Quinn Pingree doing a good job there. Almost a few too many indications. He was also indicating he was out of bounds. You got to watch out there. Oh, heads up, ref. Paul got thrown at the other ref and he wasn't looking.
Yeah.
I was worried he was going to get hit by it for a second. But here we go, 7:42 to go here in the third. 14-7 advantage for the Logan Grizzlies over the Ogden Tigers here in this 3A football matchup here in mid-September. Beautiful evening. I brought my jacket thinking I was going to need it. It's almost perfect temperature still. Grizzlies trying that all-out rush, getting to Blake Weston, and he will just get past the edge. And getting a first down yardage, he tiptoed the sideline.
Graydon Olsen did that first drive too, and he had him for a loss of yards and dragged him down. Weston was able just to put that hand down and just drag him, right along the sideline, getting along. Did he step out of bounds? No, I think they gave him 8 yards.
Yeah, they gave him, I thought he made a first down, but they mark him 2 yards short. Third down here. And a big one here, trying to maybe force another loss to maybe make them punt it, because you almost think they might go for it on 4th and 2, at least if they have Logan's aggressiveness. Weston lining up under center, 2 running backs behind him. They're just going to hand it off up the middle. First down yardage gained. It'll get to about the 49-yard line. Gains 4 yards on 3rd and 2, so that'll move the sticks for the Tigers.
And really what hurt on that is, Logan had all the momentum. We got the kick. Getting that defense back on the field would have really helped them out. Now it's the Logan defenders that are getting a little more tired. So big penalty, roughing into the kicker.
That's 2 first downs on this drive for the Tigers, 1 by penalty, 1 by running. Now faking the jet sweep. Weston back to pass, trying to find a man deep, throws it. The ball is caught, and better word of that, he dropped it for him as it's a loss of 1.
Yeah.
So a good job by Quinn Pingree tracking the man there to make sure he doesn't gain any yards. Because I've lost my highlighter. Don't know where I put it. It's hiding somewhere. Oh, it's right there. 6:47 to go here in the 3rd quarter. 14-7 still. Grizzlies with the advantage. Ogden trying to do something about that as they face 2nd and 11 from their own 48. Weston in the gun, tight end to his right, running back to his left, hands to the running back, trying to make the edge, cuts back across the 45, and he'll be wrestled down at the 44 of the Grizzlies as they get across midfield and they set up 3rd and 4.
Yeah, they're just attacking that edge, and right here the running back just ran through about 3 arm tackles and just trying to drag him and then falling forward. It's those falling forward yards, getting those last 2 or 3 yards that can kill you on those long drives, and so sets up a very manageable, probably 4th down eligible. That's a 3rd and 4, so yeah, probably 4 down territory here.
Good gain there from Keen Crowther, the running back, leading rusher for Ogden this season. They'll hand it off to him again, trying to get up the middle, breaking through some arm tackles. He'll gain a couple yards. He'll be 1 yard shy of the first down.
I expect him to go for this. It sets up a 4th down and 2, but this is a monstrous 4th down and 2 for the Logan defense. We need this stop.
Blake Weston getting the call from his coach.
And I totally expect them to just run it up the gut just like they did last time. Or they'll attack. They've been attacking the boundary side.
Now they found some space on that outside. They're in the shotgun here. Oh, excuse me, not the shotgun. Weston is under center. He's got 2 running backs behind him. They're doing a hard count, trying to draw Logan offside. Handoff, met in the backfield. No. They're not going to get it. It is a turnover. I think they might say there was a fumble anyway. It doesn't matter.
Either way, they did not get that. Great stop by this defense. Saving one of their players by a dumb penalty. Great job.
There we go. Grizzlies get the big stop on defense.
And I thought they were going to, they got it. They've been getting about 4 yards a pop there. They just tried to do the same thing, run it straight up the gut, and they ran into pretty much the whole interior D-line there. Great stop. Now we need to take advantage of this momentum. They're stopped here for a second.
Yeah, stop here. A bit of a pause and play as get the turnover on downs. Grizzlies coming out with a 4 wide receiver spread. Favero taking the snap, handing it off. Running it right up the middle is Caden Avila. He'll gain about 4 yards on that run, set up 2nd and 6. So again, they're just working that spread formation. They're saying, hey, we're going to make sure you have less guys in the box.
And they're playing 2 deep safeties here, so that's something to watch. So there should be room in that box to go.
Hand off to Avila, goes to his right, cuts back to his left. And he's going to get right there, forward progress, right to the 50. Well, I think he fought back and still landed on the 50-yard line. So that's going to set up 3rd and about 2.5. The stick is right between the Tigers' 43 and 42-yard line, and the ball sits right on the 50. Grizzlies 3 wide receivers to the right. And it's just going to be a handoff to Avila, and he gets the first down yardage. He'll get right to the 42. They're going to give him a friendly spot on the 41. And that'll be a first down for the Grizzlies. Oh, the 46. You're too kind trying to signal it. Just tell me, Josh.
That's the 46-yard line.
Just tell me. It's the 46-yard line.
It's okay.
I am struggling on the spot today, figuring out which yard lines. You'd think I'd know they're clearly marked on the field.
Right in front of us.
There's big numbers on the field. 3:35 to go here in the quarter. Easton Favero on the QB draw, dancing around the defense and getting down to the 41, and that is the 41. I have confirmed that.
That is the 41-yard line. But that's still a great 5 yards on that first down. Like I said, they're still seeing this. Now they got the big back in. Let's see if we can run over some people.
He's not run over as many people as you'd have liked him to.
No, I want him to run over a lot more.
He wants him to run over some of these guys in the secondary.
Yes, I do.
2nd and 4. 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. The Grizzlies with a 14-7 advantage. Handoff to Birch. Up the middle, and I think they're going to mark him.
Probably a half yard short.
Yeah.
But he took that, and he just pounded those yards, got the last 2 or 3 the hard way.
Up to the 37-yard line, 3rd and short, and I think 3rd and 1. Once you get to this part of the field, the angles exactly where the first down marker get a little trickier for me.
Yeah, it's probably almost 3rd and a half yards. It's a short one here.
You have to imagine they don't get it, they're going for it. But Favero in the gun, motions Pingree across the formation, handoff to Birch. Around the left side, gets the first down across the 35, down to the 32, looks like where they're going to spot Birch at the end of that run.
Yeah, I like the play call. You know, the whole Ogden defense just came in the middle thinking they're just going to sneak it, and he just snuck out the left side, you know, the B gap there, and was able to get a good 3-4 yards.
2 minutes to go in the third quarter as this one's gone by pretty quickly. No scoring. We've had scoring in every quarter so far, but the third has been scoreless. Favero fakes the handoff, throws to Will Ward by himself on the sideline, getting up the field across the 20. He'll be dragged down.
And that was a great
Tigers.
play there. And see, and that's what happens. You get the running game open, they lull you to sleep. Will Ward, you know, way out there, good blocking by the receivers, able just to cut up and get good yardage. First down there. Good job. That's good. You know, that play call is set up by the run.
1:37 to go now. As the Grizzlies line 4 wide receivers. Favero looking to pass. He's going to look to Will Ward. Just hauls it up there. That's pass interference, and the referee probably couldn't pull the flag out of his pocket quick enough. Saw that the whole way.
That should be a 15-yard penalty, or where are they, the 20, probably half the distance.
Yeah, it might be half the distance. The way the half the distance rules work is kind of wonky because there's 15 yards to move it, but
yeah, then they only give them half the distance on a 15-yard penalty, but it should give them, they're on the 19. I mean, it might be first and inches.
Yeah, they're giving them half the distance, so they take it from the 19 to the 9.5, I think, maybe on the 9.
Are they giving them the first down?
It's really, I think, they give them the first down and goal because it's I think. Yeah, they're saying it's a first down, but at this point it's first and goal because they're on again, I think it's the 9-yard line. It's where they spot this. Caden Nean in motion, but they're going to hand off to Avila up the middle, drags him in all the way to the 2-yard line.
And that's one of the best runs I've seen Avila do all day. He just carried the guy on his back for about 5 yards, almost getting into the end zone. That's a great job by Avila.
I think
big hole there, too.
I think one of the adjustments is they're just handing it off quicker. They're not giving them time.
Yeah, quick handoffs, and you can see that. They're not letting him chase him from behind.
Ogden stacks the box, but the Grizzlies have one-on-ones all over the left side of the field. They're still going to hand it off to Avila. Breaks the tackle, trying to throw through a man, but there's going to be a penalty on the Grizzlies. Yeah. I think they're going to, it's a hold on the Grizzlies.
And I hope they don't, they may take that from the line of scrimmage there, and that's going to probably be almost a 15-yard penalty.
Or from the spot of the foul, because the spot of the foul is about the 7.
Yeah. And
they were on the 2.
Yep.
Big if they do it from the spot of the foul, then that is basically a 15-yard penalty.
And you know, I didn't see it, but we did have a Logan defender on top of someone, which is typically holding. So
they're pretty much going to mark it off from the line of scrimmage because now they're on about the 12.
All right, we'll take it.
So they'll replay the down. I think it's supposed to be second down. The marker says 1.
Should be second down.
But it was first and goal. They ran it down to the 2, second down, and then
that play. It should be second down.
And then you replay the second down. Referee's telling the man on the stick to move it, I think. But Grizzlies lining up. Wide splits, wide open around the left guard, and that's where Avila's going to go on the run play. He's going to get to the 10-yard line. We'll see if they run another play. 22 seconds to go here in the quarter. Under 20 seconds now. It should be third and goal from the 10, and now they're running off the field. That'll be the end of the third quarter. A lot happening, but no scoring, as the Grizzlies will face what I think is third down, but everything says second down, so I don't know what's going on anymore. We'll try and figure out exactly what's going on as we come back from break, and we'll start the fourth quarter with the Grizzlies in scoring position here on Crimson Field. We'll be back on 102.1 FM, 610 AM, streaming online at CashValleyDaily.com.
3 years in a row, Advanced Heating and AC is honored to be Best of Northern Utah Gold Medalist. Thank you for your support and vote of confidence in their company. Advanced Heating and AC, online at advancedheating-ac.com.
This is Josh Watts. At Preston Collision and Glass, we have been your #1 resource for collision repair, auto glass replacement, and towing for over 60 years. We are Cache Valley's largest collision repair center. Next time you crash, call Preston Watts Collision and Glass. We do it right.
At Adams Wealth Advisors, they believe that successful wealth management is all about planning. Adams Wealth Advisors is here to help. If you're transitioning a business, searching for the most up-to-date tax strategies, need help managing investments, or need help with estate planning, Adams Wealth Advisors has...
I'll take second.
Yeah, so we're back here on Crimson Field. I swear it should be third down, but everything says second down, and so I have no choice but to go with that.
Maybe it was a first down in inches on the last one, and so maybe it is only second down, but either way, I'll take it.
Yeah, I'll go with the referees here. They're doing their job here. I'm just here calling plays, calling play-by-play. And we're going to have a delay of game. The Grizzlies commit another penalty here, so...
And those ones hurt. You know, you're just starting the fourth quarter and you get a procedural penalty.
A delay penalty.
A delay, that's even the worst. Get up, get your things set, and get going.
So second down and goal to go from the 15-yard line. Grizzlies will try and salvage what was a good situation, turned a bit iffy here.
Now they were on the 2-yard line.
Yeah, 2-yard line, backed up 13 yards on a pair of penalties. As Favero in the gun with trips to his right, motioning Avila that way as well. Gonna throw that way. Avila catches the pass, running north and south, and getting back to almost the 2-yard line, although but had flashbacks because they got through a pick on almost the exact same play in the first half.
Yeah, that's the play they threw the pick six on. A little better spacing there.
Third down and goal from the 3, if I'm spotting my yard lines right, which my record isn't great in this game. Getting the play from the sideline, Grizzlies taking their time as the clock is their friend here.
It's almost like a long 2.
Favero from the gun, 4 receivers, motioning a man across the formation. Hand off to Avila, up!
Oh, he's on the inch line.
He is just shy. Grizzlies thought it was a touchdown, but the referee is calling him short. And
go, do it again.
Yeah, I believe that was very much the correct call there. There's still a Grizzly on the floor with his helmet off. And I think we're going to have a quick pause and play for an injured Grizzly. One of their big linemen in the middle there probably just got
crunched.
Yeah, there were a lot of bodies there.
He's got his helmet off, so that's not a good sign. He's feeling it a little bit. So
we'll take a quick break as they attend to the injured player. We'll be back after this.
Logan High School would like to recognize and thank their sponsors of Logan High Football, Wilson Motors, A&D Landscaping, Cache Valley Bank, Murdoch Chevy, Pool Orthodontics, Factory Student Housing, Ogden Clinic, Vintage Muscle, and Duke Building Company.
From day one, right down the street, to present day, all over America, Napa and our nationwide network of parts and exceptional service were built for one mission: to keep your business moving full speed ahead.
When your car starts making that uh-oh noise, bring it to Cache Valley Auto Care. They speak fluent clunk and squeal. They'll fix it right without upselling things you don't need. Cache Valley Auto Care, behind Home Depot on 200 East in Logan.
At Planet Fitness, you'll get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this? This is better.
Join the judgment-free zone today for $15 a month. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all.
There's nothing quite like a great hometown. At the Young Automotive Group's Cache Valley dealerships, it's our privilege to call Logan home. We not only work to provide you with an exceptional customer experience, but take care of the community. We're committed to driving Logan forward. Visit Young Automotive in Logan today.
Looks like an 8.
Coming back here on CacheValleyDaily.com and on 102.1 FM, 610 AM. As we just had an injured Grizzly walking off the field, Mason Bishop favoring his right leg there. The offensive line played very well in this game so far, and they'll need that again. 4th down and inches. Favero in the gun. I almost half expect him to just run up the gut. They do. Caden Avila walks in untouched for a touchdown.
That was beautiful. Really, the right side of the line just said, we're gonna give you a yard. He didn't even get touched into the end zone. Didn't go straight forward, went on the B gap on the right side. Straight in the end zone, touchdown Logan. Great job, Avila, hitting the hole hard.
I was almost caught off guard. It was almost anticlimactic. It's like, it's 4th down and 1. It's all this, and then it's just like, oh, Avila's in the end zone. I was almost surprised by how quickly that happened. The Grizzlies, I was half expecting Favero to just run up and do a QB sneak, but they're like, no, Avila, you're going to get the touchdown here. I have to have a quick sub there as had to get a new man on the field goal protection unit. Snap is down, kick is up, and it's blocked. The PAT is blocked. And so the Grizzlies will stay at 20-7, but a big advantage. Let's take a look at that touchdown once again. Video experience powered by Adams Wealth Advisors. Just get up to the line of scrimmage, and as you said, Josh, that right side of the line of scrimmage says, we win, you lose, and Caden Avila with one of the easiest touchdowns he'll have in his career. I could have scored from that distance. They hand off to me.
He hit that hole, he didn't get touched, but you got to love that right side of the line just saying, hey, one of our guys got dinged up, we're just going to take this upon ourselves, and we're going to give you that yard on the end zone.
So 11:30 to go here in the 4th quarter, and the Logan Grizzlies take a 20-7 lead. And that's going to be a pretty big one for the Grizzlies, with their defense playing as well as it has, still playing good.
Still playing good. They're bending, not breaking, and Ogden has been able to move the ball, getting many first downs, and so this is where this could be one of the turning points here, that additional score. But really what I think, Jason, is we've got to stop Ogden here to feel very comfortable with it. This is that momentum change that Logan's just got to flex and stop him here on defense.
Zeke Taylor will line up to kick here. As I said, 11:30 to go here in this 4th quarter. Grizzlies looking to snap a 4-game losing streak, and in prime position to do so. Line drive kick, picked up and then just knelt down. He caught it on his knees, number 44 for Ogden, Ethan Wardell. He had to kneel down to field it, and he's like, well, I'm already here, might as well just kneel it, and he does so on the 29.
I don't know, Zeke doesn't look right after coming off that.
Yeah, sometimes it has something in his plant foot. So they'll have a chat, and he's also a key defender. The Logan High coaches, Logan High School, they'd like to think all their generous sponsors for their support of Logan High School football. Many sponsors, including Young Automotive, Planet Fitness, DD Auto and Salvage, State Farm agent Lana Powell, Les Olson IT, Cache Valley Auto Care, Advanced Heating and Air Conditioning, Adams Wealth Advisors, Napa Auto Parts, and the Old Grist Mill. Those are those who sponsor our broadcast and Logan High School football. Blake Weston back to pass, looking, got a man, caught at the 40-yard line and wrestled out of bounds. Quinn Pingree getting to the man, but not before gaining a first down to the 41.
Yeah, this is when you're going to, Ogden thinks they need to score, and they need to score quickly to get back in this game.
Their offense hasn't scored yet.
Logan's running basically the clock out with how well they're doing with running this ball. They're not throwing it, and so they may not have very many opportunities. And so if you're a D lineman, this is when you're salivating. Let's get in there and let's get this quarterback.
Logan showing a rush. They bring it. Weston to throw. Rolling to his left, throwing, got a man, first down yardage. We'll see where they spot him. Forward progress to the 49 of the Grizzlies.
Yeah.
And that's going to be right at the sticks, and I think they're going to give it to, oh, no, they're going to call him. Holy cow, you can't get much closer than that.
Second down and inches here, but
I think that's a first down. Like, the nose of the ball is on the 49. Well, of course, I'm standing on the 49. That's about the only reason I can comment that. This is about the only place I could make that kind of judgment. 11 minutes to go here in this quarter, well, in the game, too. Grizzlies trying to pressure Weston. He's rolling out to his right, throws. There's a flag. Ball is caught. Ooh, late hit. I don't think they threw a flag on a late hit, but they threw a flag into the backfield.
Yeah, and that's typically, that's got to be a hold or a chop or something like that.
It is indeed a hold, and
that sets up a big 2nd and 10 now.
Yeah, now it's a big deal that they called that second down, because now it's 2nd and
10.
Did they mark it from the spot of the penalty?
No,
because they're they're pushing it to it's 2nd and 10.
I wonder high school, maybe it's just a 10-yard because they gave us the same
courtesy
on the other.
They used to mark it off from the spot of the foul, if I remember right, which is always kind of weird. Like a holding penalty could be like a 20-yard penalty almost. If it happened in the backfield, which that's where most holding penalties happen. So 2nd and 10 and 10:50 to go here in this game. As Ogden trails, and there's an offside. Getting his money's worth. Anthony Holmes is saying that the guard jumped, and I think they're going to chat about it. Tony Holmes bull rushed his man and then said, hey, he moved. And so they're going to chat. We'll see. They're going to go tell the head official, and we'll see what the head official has to say. They're saying it's a false start.
Good job.
Tony Holmes got his money's worth. He said, he's motioned to the sideline and said, yeah, I rushed him. I did what I'm supposed to. My man moved, and I ran him over.
Ball doesn't talk, but if the guy in front of you does it, you help him out, those refs a little bit, because I didn't see him flinch.
I didn't see him. I saw Tony Holmes pull a man over, but he obviously had a reason to go. Weston now back to throw. Trying to throw long. He's got a man caught. Big gain down to the 32-yard line. Wipes away that big penalty, or big 2nd and 15.
And that's their stud right there. Number 11, who's really killed us there.
Yeah, Gavin Shreve. He's got 2 big receptions and 2 interceptions in this game. Both his receptions coming on that little deep post route over the middle. So 1st down, 10 after all that ado with penalties and 2nd and short, 2nd and 10, 2nd and 15. Well, we're 1st and 10 from the Grizzlies' 31-yard line. 10:15 to go here in the quarter. Weston rolling to his left, looking deep. Now he's going to pull it and run. Met behind the line of scrimmage. He breaks the tackle. Still got across the 30, trying to get dragged down to the 25.
Caden Meehan comes up and makes a real important tackle there, but this quarterback's a big guy, and he can outrun some of those tackles by just his pure size. But Meehan, just great open field tackle, just using that speed and saving basically the first down.
It's a 6-yard gain as it stands. Actually a 7-yard gain or 6-yard gain.
Yeah,
2nd and 4.
Yeah.
They need to get to the 21. They are currently on the 25, are the Tigers. As they line up in shotgun, they've been passing a lot as they kind of need to. They trail by 2 scores. Weston to pass. Looking, he's going to throw long toward the pylon, and it's just out of the reach of Jack Thompson.
And he was open right there. If that's just that's like fingertips right there. One half foot more, and that's a touchdown. So good throw. I mean, it looked pretty, but just a little out of the hands of the receiver. I mean, this is where Logan's just got to say, come on, guys. Big third down. They're definitely going it on fourth down on all these, especially with where they're out on the field. But Logan's done this before. We need to buck up. D lineman, I'd say pin your ears back. Let's go.
At Young Automotive, think young, drive young. They got multiple dealerships in Cache Valley and throughout northern Utah. It's think young, drive young. Weston to throw once again, throwing, and nearly intercepted.
Almost should have been intercepted right there. We just didn't get that good of a break, but I think, is that Birch there? No, that's number 4.
That's Colt Red.
Colt Red almost, if he just has one more quick step to just get position. His hands were on the ball, but then it was just a jump ball there. Sets up a big 4th and long 4.
Ball sits with its nose on the 25-yard line. The first down stick stands at the 21. 4 yards between, as Ogden needs to convert here. It's not their last chance, but it's a big one here if Logan can get the stop. Grizzlies bringing a bit of a rush. Raiden Nelson trying to get to the quarterback.
No flag.
Oh, there's a flag. There'll be a flag for rushing the passer as Caden Nean bowled over Weston, who threw an incomplete pass. And that'll give the first down to Ogden on what would otherwise have been a turnover on downs.
That's like a turnover right there, because that right there, it would have been our ball. That's the second time that we've given them first down by penalty, and those kill you.
2-time on fourth down they've done that with the roughing the punter, roughing the kicker there, technically, and then roughing the passer. So that'll move the ball all the way down to, I think they're putting it on the 13 thereabouts, 12-yard line is what we'll call it. Is now Ogden looking for what may be their first offensive touchdown of the game. Throwing back to pass, throwing wildly, and he was pressured by Mason Birch.
Yeah.
Was the quarterback, Blake Weston, and he threw it, and it was way short of his man. A Grizzly was the closest man to it, and it was still 2 yards shy of his diving hands.
Weston's filling that one too a little bit.
An update, a score update. Stansbury and Mountain Crest are tied 14 apiece heading into the fourth quarter. Big one for those two teams as they battle near atop the standings.
And Skyview is only up 20-19 on Green Canyon with 4:41 in the third.
Tight games across the valley here as the Grizzlies trying to snap their 4-game losing streak. They would snap a 4-game winning streak by Ogden, but they have 2nd and 10, and they're going to call a timeout as they would have had a delay of game otherwise, I think.
And those are big.
So, and yeah, that's big when you're in the fourth quarter and you're the trailing team by 2 scores, and you might very well need that. We'll keep it here. I'll remind you, at DD Auto and Salvage, they're Cache Valley's #1 place to get the most money for junk vehicles and scrap metal. Pickup is available. Call 435-787-1204. One of our many local businesses that sponsor our local high school sports through our broadcasts. As again, our video experience powered by Adams Wealth Advisors. Those of you watching on CacheValleyDaily.com or through the Cache Valley Daily app, you can watch the video, or as we've been for more than 80 years, you can hear Logan Grizzly Sports over the air on KVNU 102.1 FM at 610 AM. We come out of the break with 9 minutes to play in the game. 2nd and 10 for Ogden as they try and score here. They hand it off. They're going reverse, and they're going to hand off for a pass. Throwing, caught, and then almost wrapped up, trying to bowl over the defense. He won't be quite successful in that, but he'll be able to get the ball down to like the 2-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal from the 2.
Yeah, set up well. I mean, really, with that, those are hard to do. I mean, those double reverse flea flicker is really what that is. And then we had one guy able to, there to set up to get that tackle, and he was just dragged for about 5 yards, setting it up on the third. The crazy thing is they've really driven this ball quickly down the field and only taken like 3 minutes off the clock.
8 minutes and 28 seconds to go here in the game. I formation for Ogden. Handoff, almost met in the backfield. Grizzlies piling up, trying to keep the runner short of the goal line. They will do so, but just barely. As the running back gets to where we're beginning to measure in inches how far away he is from the goal line. Keen Crowther, I believe, the one who had it. I think Logan's saying, were they pointing that they had the ball? No. It'll be second down and goal, inches from the goal line. From my angle, I can't even see the grass between the ball and the goal line.
I think they're going to pound it up the middle. Logan's just got to try to get some.
QB sneak, and they're going to get in.
Oh.
I can't imagine he was short. Waiting for the official signal, and there it is. It's a touchdown for Ogden.
Big. Here's a big one. This extra point, we got to try to see if we can block this. This is going to be important. Now, don't run into the dang kicker. I mean, that's one thing right there that you, if anything happens, roughen the passer, roughen the kicker.
This is probably the one time you can afford that, because
I guess
going for two doesn't help them. So if you're going to run into the kicker,
do it here.
Don't hurt him, but sell out for the block. Here comes the PAT. Grizzlies trying to get there. They will not, and it's going to go through. The PAT is good, so a 7:25 to go. The score, Logan 20, Ogden getting their first points on offense of the game, and that gives them 14 for the game. Their only other score was a 80-yard pick six in the first quarter. That was the last time they've scored at all. So a big drive for Logan as they had the advantage by going up 2 scores. They've left 4 points on the table with the missed field goal on their first drive and then the missed PAT in their last one.
Scoreboard check, Skyview. I don't know if you mentioned this. Skyview has just scored with 29 seconds in the third, opening the lead 27-19 on Green Canyon.
Searching for copiers and printers, Les Olson IT has what you need with reliable HP printers, award-winning sharp copiers, and high-end Ricoh graphic systems. While I was doing the ad read, I had to check and make sure Ogden wasn't doing a surprise onside kick. Got to look up and
it's Jace Pingree time. This one we need Jace Pingree.
Grizzlies have all their players lined, all but 3 lined up on the 50-yard line. And they're just going to chip it. Pingree isn't even back there. It's Will Ward, I think. He's going to run it up the sideline. Tackle as he crosses the, excuse me, that's not Will Ward. That's Clayton Wilkie. Number 16. You'd think I'd be able to read 16 versus 11. He gets to about the 27. That's where the Grizzlies will set up, and I don't know if I can call it the 4-minute drill when there's 7 minutes and 20 seconds, but that's exactly what you're trying to do here.
You want the 4-minute drill. You want first downs by the run game.
Drained as
but
much.
Really, you just need points.
So here we go from the 27. Favero will hand off. Getting through the initial line, there was a lot of guys there, but Mason Birch going to run up the middle for a gain of about 6. I'll call it 5 actually, or 5.5.
Oh, I thought he got across that line.
They're on the 34. I almost said 29. There's my struggles on.
It does look like Bishop is back in the game. Doesn't it look like he's there? Or is that 56?
No, that's 56 in there. That's Max Fenstermaker in there. I think it's center.
Oh, yeah, Bishop.
Grizzlies running it up the gut again. Sidestep and then bowling forward is Birch. He'll gain 2. Maybe 2.5. It's third down and short. and just trying to milk the clock. They'll get it under 6 minutes here, and they'll try and convert on 3rd and short. And I wonder if they'd even go for it on 4th if they somehow didn't get it. That'd be ballsy given what Ogden just did on offense.
I think you trust your O-line here. Let's just go up.
7 guys in the box, 6 blockers. Oh, they're going to get 7 because Favero just takes it. He had Birch leading him up the middle, and they're going to get the first down as Favero falls forward to the 40-yard line. Under 6 minutes to play now. The clock will pause momentarily, but restarts now as they've spotted the ball. And some more time to burn for the Grizzlies as they'll continue to let this clock be their friend.
And Avila checks in, Birch checks out. We're going to need him, so get a quick rest.
Honest work, fair prices, no upsells, no pressure. That's at Cache Valley Auto Care. They treat your car and you the way you want to be treated. And that's Cache Valley Auto Care. 1st and 10 for the Grizzlies, 5.5 to play. Handoff to fake handoff. And Favero, might have just wanted to get north and south there. He gains 2.
And he's got to go north and south. He tried to cut back, and if he just goes north and south, I think he gets 2-3 more yards. And they, instead of the 2, you need the 5 on that, and so you don't need the dancing. You just need to go do it. So
he's trying to get around the man Graydon Olson was blocking. Ended up working against what Graydon Olson was trying to do. Under 5 minutes to play now as the Grizzlies have shaved off about 2.5 minutes already here. Play clock at 9, Favero in the gun. Motions Graydon Olson, they're going to try and run it. They were running it to Avila, and he's going to get tackled, I think, right at the line. So now that's 3rd and long, and you wonder, do the Grizzlies pass or do they just keep running it?
I think you got to try to go for that first down. I mean, really, if you're in 4-down territory right here, you pretty much, because they blocked an extra point, they could block a punt or something like that, but I say you just try to get everything you can to get, potentially into 4 down, if not that first down.
Grizzlies try the hard count, but now Favero alone in the gun. 5 wide receivers, 3 to his right, 2 to his left. He's going to run the QB draw up the gut, and the defense was all over him. He gains only 2 yards.
I think you got to punt that. You're too far.
And I think that's exactly what they're doing. They're going to go ahead and punt this away, play it conservative.
You just needed 1 more first down realistically there.
Would have had to make them burn their timeouts, but as is, we're going to see Ogden take over most likely, unless we see some trickery here.
Nah.
Ogden will take over. I don't think they're, Logan's bold, but I don't think they're that bold.
And you've got your safe defense in. If you're Ogden, you don't want that trickery, and so you're going to get some rush, but I don't think you should see an all-out rush here.
Here comes the punt.
Good punt.
Good line drive. Not a ton of hype, but it's going to bounce. It's going to roll. It's going to roll inside the 15, and it'll be picked up at the 14-yard line. 3 minutes and 5 seconds to go. And Ogden will be 86 yards away from what would be a game-winning touchdown. They got 2 timeouts and a pass game that's worked pretty well so far in this quarter as they got some chunk yards. We'll see how things go. At Advanced Heating and Air Conditioning, you can schedule your service call on their website, advancedheating-ac.com. That's advancedheating-ac.com. 1st and 10.
Yeah, you just need D-line. You need to get in there. We need pressure.
Weston to pass. Facing a bit of pressure, throws over the middle, too low for his man. That'll set up 2nd and 10.
And that's exactly what we needed right there. We got a little pressure up front. Had to throw the ball a little bit early there. Good coverage by the linebacker, just 5 yards deep there. We need more of that. The clock does stop at 3 minutes, though, but still, 2nd down.
Only took about 3 or 4 seconds off the clock. I think 5 seconds. I think it was 3:05. As the Tigers line up for 2nd and 10, the Grizzlies trying to hang on here with this 20-14 advantage. Back to pass, looking to his left, throwing over the middle, caught, Jard free.
That's a good
big
hit. That's a good hit.
Colt Red lays the man out, who unfortunately is still on the ground.
That is a good hit, though. He didn't go to his head. He used his side when he's coming down. I think that's a good hit. That should not be a penalty.
It is not. They have not thrown the flag. The ball was caught initially and jarred loose by a big hit from Colt Red. The man is down, though, and we're going to go ahead and take a break while they attend to the injured Tiger.
Logan. 4th North Logan and now Smithfield offer Cache Valley that famous lunch special and natural bread baked the right way. Get your made-to-order lunch or baked goods at Cache Valley's Best of Northern Utah gold-winning bakery, the Old Gristmill, here for you.
I'm Lana Powell, and my team and I are here to make insurance simple.
Because we live right here in your community.
And if the unexpected happens, you'll have neighbors you can count on.
Come see us at Lana Powell State Farm, here to help life go right.
Coming back after the injury timeout, and a good sign as the man who went down after the big hit, Jack Thompson, he got the wood laid to him by Colt Red. He got a hand up and he jumped up. So you like to see that.
Maybe a little wind knocked out or something like that.
Might have been
able to rest and just go. Big hit, though. Legal hit. Good job.
Good legal football hit, and everyone's okay by the looks of it. A big 3rd and 10, though, for the Tigers as they drop back to pass. Weston facing a bit of pressure. Mason Birch trying to track him down, and the quarterback just throws it from his own end zone.
There is someone in the area, though.
Yeah, there was a receiver vaguely in the area. Referees pointing and saying that I think number 8, Mac Reed, or number 0, Julian Ramos. It's hard to tell 8s and 0s. But he was in the area. Referees pointed right to him and said that's not grounding.
Yeah, and that is a good call. It was not grounding.
I think it was number 9, Nick.
And really, what it came down to just pressure. They're going to try to punt it because they've got 2 timeouts.
Yeah, it's just really hard. Like you really want. If they'd have gotten 9 yards there, you might go for it. But 10 yards, that's almost a little too much. And if you're the Grizzlies, I think you don't even just try and rush it. Just like watch for the fake. Let Pingree return this.
And even just fair catch it.
Yeah, Pingree, he does fair catch it. He'll catch it on the 49.
You need 1 first down.
Oh, they're going to give him the 50. He caught it on the 49.
It's a 49, but it's okay.
Well, he caught it on the 49, and then he jumped back and landed on the 50. It's so okay. It's like, it's not a big deal.
I guess the 50 looks prettier.
It does. It's like, well, it's like framing a catch in baseball. You gotta. Yeah. They looked at where he landed once they finally ran down the field. And there's only like 5 of these guys.
You just need 1. I'd bring Mason Birch in, and I'm just saying D-line, we need 1 first down.
In the O-line?
Yeah, O-line, yeah.
You can ask the D-line. Hey, we need 1 first down.
Yeah, give us 1. Now, we might need 2 if we get it on the first play, but really, we got 2 in. We got our heavy personnel, 3 in the back. Let's just see if we can just get some chunk yardage here.
Big formation is in, 2 running backs, tight end, handoff to Birch. Up the right side, inside the right tackle, he's going to gain 2. And I think they're Ogden's holding off on calling a timeout.
They'll call the next 2.
Yeah, they'll call the next 2 if they get 3rd and 4th down by their hopes. For the Grizzlies, you hope you get a first down, but their 4-minute game their 4-minute drill hasn't gone particularly well. But they're just lining up these big formations. Graydon Olson, the tight end, on the left side of the formation. Avila and Birch flanking Easton Favero from the gun.
I could still see a Favero pull and coming around and getting that first down.
Favero hands it off to Birch. Up the right side, breaking some arm tackles, and
he's got inches.
Half a yard,
and that's good for the clock. That's good for the clock. You don't get the first down, but you're setting up 3rd and like a short 1.
And Ogden hanging on to their timeouts as we hit 90 seconds to play here on Crimson Field. And the Grizzlies are just going to let this clock run. There's 20 seconds still on the play clock.
I mean, this is when you just line up in the tush push. I know high school doesn't have it, but...
You're allowed to push your own guys at the high school level because they legalized it for the higher levels.
I don't think you are.
Because you used to not be able to, and now you can. Favero going to run a QB sneak, dives around the hip of his left guard. It's a first down, and that might just about seal it for the Grizzlies.
Pretty dang close because you got a 40-second clock.
Clock didn't stop for the first down. Well, they spotted it pretty quickly. And now they stopped it after they ran 5 seconds off the clock.
Now, but he's already winded it, so I don't know why the clock has stopped.
And now they're winding it again. Clock restarts, 58 seconds. And counting. There's only 15 on the play clock, and I think Nate Butts is just going to call timeout. Yeah, they're going to call timeout, or maybe Ogden called timeout. Yeah, Ogden called timeout because I thought maybe Coach Butts was going to let the play drain and then call timeout himself once he burned as much clock as he can. But it looks like the Grizzlies are going to come away with the win here. I don't think the maths for Ogden.
I mean, this is when you could do a few things. I mean, if you really wanted to waste the 9 seconds, I mean, you have the just kneel it down, take a few steps back. Worst case, you just run around the whole field and do a
you could have like a negative 80-yard play. Just run, sprint backwards.
We're at Utah State. We used to always practice that.
You practice that?
Yeah, and that's when you just tackle them and do everything because they'll always take the 2 points.
Yeah.
But I don't think we're there yet because they only have 1 timeout left. Really, you just kneel it down. Get into your victory offense, kneel it down.
The Grizzlies are in their victory formation as they know they will claim victory here on homecoming night. Vivero from the gun. Takes a couple of seconds, kneels down, has a man dive at his feet, just trying to make something happen. And I don't think Ogden is calling their timeout as the Grizzlies just need one more play. One more kneel down. And the 4-game losing streak will be snapped.
There's their timeout.
Oh, there's the timeout? No. Well, it doesn't help them because there's now 32 seconds, and that's game over for the Grizzlies. Just kneel it down one more time with Vivero as the students are already emulating the herd with their scoreboard chant, announcing who's the winning team and who's the losing team tonight. As the winning team will be the Grizzlies. With one more play, they will claim victory on homecoming night.
Go into the scoreboard. Ridgeline's up 63-0. I think they've definitely got their sophomores in. Skyview's now taking a lead 30-19, 6 minutes in the fourth. Mountain Crest is taking a little lead with only 3 minutes in the fourth, 20-14 over Stansbury. And I think Bear River end of the third, 35-7 over Tooele. Oh, just got an update. Ridgeline's now 70-0.
There you go.
1 minute left in the game.
One last victory formation for the Grizzlies, and that will do it. The clock will run down to 0, and it'll be the Logan Grizzlies victorious. Homecoming victors. As the Grizzlies celebrate a well-earned victory. Your final score here on Crimson Field. The Logan Grizzlies 20, the Ogden Tigers 14. And there's the triple zeros, finally, as the teams line up at midfield to shake hands.
Man, you got some amazing performances here. I mean, I'm curious to see who Coach Butts, hopefully he can bring a player up, but
somebody from that O-line or Mason Birch, there are a lot of players who played their tails
hard off. I mean, as the defense, he had so many tackles, just running. I mean, just what a game. I mean, this is just Logan took what Ogden gave them, and it was just the power run game up the middle.
So we're going to go ahead and take a break as the Grizzlies celebrate with their home fans after a bit of a drought between their victory over Hillcrest here on Crimson Field back on August 15th. Victorious here on September 19th.
They're lining up to sing the school song with the cheerleaders here, the football team is.
We'll go ahead and take this break. We'll be back and we'll try and get head coach Nate Butts on the call here on KVNU, as well as we'll see if we can get one of the players as well, the victorious Grizzlies. We'll be back after this on 102.1 FM, 610 AM, and streaming online at CashValleyDaily.com.
What a DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CashValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CashValleyDaily.com.
Searching for copiers and printers? Les Olson IT has what you need. Find reliable HP printers, award-winning Sharp copiers, and high-end Ricoh graphic systems.
Les Olson IT.
Make it 3 years in a row. Advanced Heating and AC is honored to be Best of Northern Utah Gold Medalist. Thank you for your support and vote of confidence in their company. Advanced Heating and AC online at advancedheating-ac.com.
This is Josh Watts. At Preston Watts Collision and Glass, we have been your #1 resource for collision repair, auto glass replacement, and towing for over 60 years. We are Cache Valley's largest collision repair center. Next time you crash, call Preston Watts Collision and Glass. We do it right.
At Adams Wealth Advisors, they believe that successful wealth management is all about planning. Adams Wealth Advisors is here to help. If you're transitioning a business, searching for the most up-to-date tax strategies, need help managing investments, or need help with estate planning, Adams Wealth Advisors has your back.
Logan High School would like to recognize and thank their sponsors of Logan High Football: Wilson Motors, A&D Landscaping, Cache Valley Bank, Murdoch Chevy, Pool Orthodontics, Factory Student Housing, Ogden Clinic, Vintage Muscle, and Duke Building Company.
From day one, right down the street, to present day, all over America, Napa and our nationwide network of parts and exceptional service were built for one mission: to keep your business moving full speed ahead.
When your car starts making that uh-oh noise, bring it to Cache Valley Auto Care. They speak fluent clunk and squeal. They'll fix it right without upselling things you don't need. Cache Valley Auto Care, behind Home Depot on 200 East in Logan.
At Planet Fitness, you'll get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this? This is better.
Join the judgment-free zone today for $15 a month. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all.
There's nothing quite like a great hometown. At the Young Automotive Group's Cache Valley dealerships, it's our privilege to call Logan home. We not only work to provide you with an exceptional customer experience, but take care of the community. We're committed to driving Logan forward. Visit Young Automotive in Logan today.
Old Gristmill on South Main Logan, 4th North Logan, and now Smithfield offer Cache Valley that famous lunch special and natural bread baked the right way. Get your made-to-order lunch or baked goods at Cache Valley's Best of Northern Utah gold-winning bakery. The Old Gristmill, here for you.
I'm Lana Powell, and my team and I are here to make insurance simple.
Because we live right here in your community.
And if the unexpected happens, you'll have neighbors you can count on.
Come see us at Lana Powell State Farm, here to help life go right.
DD Auto and Salvage pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CashValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CashValleyDaily.com.
Searching for copiers and printers? Les Olson IT has what you need. Find reliable HP printers, award-winning Sharp copiers, and high-end Ricoh graphic systems.
Les Olson IT.
Make it 3 years in a row. Advanced Heating and AC is honored to be Best of Northern Utah Gold Medalist. Thank you for your support and vote of confidence in their company. Advanced Heating and AC online at advancedheating-ac.com.
This is Josh Watts. At Preston Watts Collision and Glass, we have been your #1 resource for collision repair, auto glass replacement, and towing for over 60 years. We are Cache Valley's largest collision repair center. Next time you crash, call Preston Watts Collision and Glass. We do it right.
All right, we're back here on KVNU, home of the Grizzlies, and we're here with Logan Grizzly, defensive back, wide receiver. There's a bunch of different things you do for the Grizzlies. here winning tonight. And I got to ask you first, Colt. Coach brought you up here and he said, brought Colt Red, he killed a man. You had that big defensive play. I think if they make that catch, we might be having a different conversation if they would have drove all the way down the field, but you forced that. I think it was 3rd or 4th down after that. Just walk us through that play where you jarred that one loose.
Well, obviously I'm thinking they're going for something big and saw the ball in the air. And honestly, I was just like, you got to make this play. Like, he was in the air, ball's in the air, it's a 50-50 ball. Put the ball on the ground, we win the game. That's all I was thinking.
There you go, and obviously you did get the win. And how relieving is it to get that win? You guys have made incremental improvements these last few games, just about had it against Northridge. Now to get the win on homecoming night, what does that mean to you guys?
It feels great. Coach is always talking to us about it's going to pay off. He says it after every practice, after every lift. So it paid off, and it feels really good to get that win. And we're only going up from here.
Yeah.
We ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, you got 4 more region games to play and a lot more tough opponents, but just tell me about the defensive effort here. You guys have had some nights where you give up some points. You allow 1 touchdown on defense in this game. Just how much pride do you now take into that, putting together your best defensive performance of the season right here on homecoming?
Hey, man, we've been this good at defense the whole year. We just finally put the pieces together, had a great week of practice. You know, next time we're going to shut them out. So expect more from us next time.
All right, we will expect just that. We'll go ahead and let you go. Colt, we'll welcome head coach Nate Butts, if we can get his attention over here. Thank you so much, Colt Red. We'll welcome the head coach. Oh, now you got to put on the sweaty headset there. Be careful. So we'll bring head coach on. Hopefully your hair's protecting you from all that sweat that Colt just put on our headset there. But just, I know you've come on after some of these losses, and we talk about, well, what went right as opposed to maybe what didn't go right in some of these big losses. How good does it feel to come on here knowing your team did a lot right and they got the win, most important?
Yeah, feels great. I just said to the kids, I said, you guys, I told you that there was a process and you guys have been bought in from and you haven't wavered. You keep believing in each other, you keep believing in your coaches, and you keep trusting what we've been trying to sell to you. And I told you guys it was going to pay off. And man, we got a whole lot of stuff to fix. But end of the day, you got to win. It's a lot more fun to fix those things after you win.
Yeah, it wasn't perfect, but I mean, it almost looked like a different team because you've been airing it out a lot. You know, circumstances dictate that for some of those games, but y'all look like a ground and pound defensive team out there.
Yeah, we just stayed committed to the plan, and we took what they gave us. They kept giving us the light box, and even when they would try to solid things down, it was on the outsides, and they kept things a little soft on the inside. And Latu and the O staff just they didn't try to outsmart themselves, and they just kept pushing with what was working, and it was awesome.
Well, tell me about the defensive performance. You know, Colt Red, I was asking about the defensive performances that we've been this good all year, just haven't put it together.
Haven't put it together, no doubt. That Colt hit it on the head. That's I mean, to come in here and give up 7 points, we gave up 14 total. One of those was pick 6, and for the defense to come give up 7 points was unbelievable. And it's just like Colt said, we knew we were capable of that. You know, we've known that since early in the summer, and we haven't been able to put it together. Whether it was, we've had some guys out with injury, we've had some, we've had some young guys that are having to come along. Quinn Pingree is getting better every week as a sophomore for us, it was great to see. That was fantastic on defense.
And how big was it to see Easton Favero where he throws 2 picks early, one of them the big pick 6. He bounced back and threw some really fantastic throws. I know you were still leaning on the ground game, so he wasn't having to air it out as much. But how big was it to see him bounce back and just the whole offense bounce back?
He's a professional in a 16-year-old's body with his mindset. He's well beyond his years, and you can't shake him, and that was the difference last year. With sophomore Easton Favero starting at quarterback. We saw some times where things would snowball on him a little bit, and that's the biggest difference this year. Is obviously he's improved physically in a lot of ways, but mentally he is so much stronger, and I'm so proud of the way that he never cashes it in, and he has that goldfish mentality. He's able to forget it and next play all the time.
All right, how long does the celebration last on homecoming night before union prep begins?
12 hours. So we'll be back. We'll be back to about 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, and ready to rock and roll. But we've got to celebrate when we can, and so 12 hours is going to be fun.
All right, we'll let you rest for those 12 hours. Head coach Nate Butts on the show. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Jason.
We'll go to break. We'll be back after this, and we'll award our Old Grist Mill bread and butter play of the game and our Napa Auto Parts best part of the game.
At Adams Wealth Advisors, they believe that successful wealth management is all about planning. Adams Wealth Advisors is here to help. If you're transitioning a business, searching for the most up-to-date tax strategies, need help managing investments, or need help with estate planning, Adams Wealth Advisors has your back.
Logan High School would like to recognize and thank their sponsors of Logan High Football: Wilson Motors, A&D Landscaping, Cache Valley Bank, Murdoch Chevy, Pool Orthodontics, Factory Student Housing, Ogden Clinic, Vintage Muscle, and Duke Building Company.
From day one, right down the street, to present day, all over America, Napa and our nationwide network of parts and exceptional service were built for one mission: to keep your business moving full speed ahead.
When your car starts making that uh-oh noise, bring it to Cache Valley Auto Care. They speak fluent clunk and squeal. They'll fix it right without upselling things you don't need. Cache Valley Auto Care, behind Home Depot on 200 East in Logan.
At Planet Fitness, you'll get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this? This is better.
Join the judgment-free zone today for $15 a month. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all.
There's nothing quite like a great hometown. At the Young Automotive Group's Cache Valley dealerships, it's our privilege to call Logan home. We not only work to provide you with an exceptional customer experience, but take care of the community. We're committed to driving Logan forward. Visit Young Automotive in Logan today.
Old Gristmill on South Main Logan, 4th North Logan, and now Smithfield offer Cache Valley that famous lunch special and natural bread baked the right way. Get your made-to-order lunch or baked goods at Cache Valley's Best of Northern Utah gold-winning bakery. The Old Gristmill, here for you.
I'm Lana Powell, and my team and I are here to make insurance simple.
Because we live right here in your community.
And if the unexpected happens, you'll have neighbors you can count on.
Come see us at Lana Powell State Farm, here to help life go right.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CacheValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CacheValleyDaily.com.
Searching for copiers and printers? Les Olson IT has what you need. Find reliable HP printers, award-winning sharp copiers, and high-end Ricoh graphic systems.
Les Olson IT.
Make it 3 years in a row. Advanced Heating and AC is honored to be Best of Northern Utah Gold Medalist. Thank you for your support and vote of confidence in their company. Advanced Heating and AC, online at advancedheating-ac.com.
This is Josh Watts. At Preston Watts Collision and Glass, we have been your #1 resource for collision repair, auto glass replacement, and towing for over 60 years. We are Cache Valley's largest collision repair center. Next time you crash, call Preston Watts Collision and Glass. We do it right.
At Adams Wealth Advisors, they believe that successful wealth management is all about planning. Adams Wealth Advisors is here to help. If you're transitioning a business, searching for the most up-to-date tax strategies, need help managing investments, or need help with estate planning, Adams Wealth Advisors has your...
All right, we're back here as they're cleaning up here all the homecoming decorations at Crimson Field. The Logan Grizzlies winning 20-14 over Ogden. Not a perfect game, but a good game for the Grizzlies.
I mean, really good. I mean, I do think the two errors they can do are coachable. You know, you don't hit the kicker, and it was the kicker that hit the kicker. And, you know, you're going to get some roughing the passer penalties. That's a little more, less coachable, but still. amazing game. I mean, the defense stepped up. The offense did what they gave him. I mean, they just kept allowing him to go straight up the middle, get 4 or 5 yards. You know, they went with Caden Nean a little bit in the second half to get a little more speed to go up the middle so they weren't caught from behind. But really, it's just, I mean, a lot of this is coaching, where they saw what Ogden was doing, they saw where Ogden's strengths were, and they avoided it and just took what they gave them. I mean, in the end, it being really close, but really, defense shut them down, and just an amazing game.
Yeah, the Grizzlies scoring 20 points against a team that had allowed 14 over 4 weeks. And kind of on that note, our Napa Auto Parts best part of the game, we're giving it to the front seven specifically. You might give it to the whole defense, but a team that averages 180 yards a game on the ground, 2 running backs who both average north of 7.5 yards per carry. And I think I was looking up the stats. They had like 73 rushing yards the entire night.
Yeah, just amazing.
So that's definitely our Napa Auto Parts best part of the game. And now the moment we're all waiting for is we award the Old Grist Mill Bread and Butter Play of the Game, a chance to win 4 free loaves of bread, courtesy of the Old Grist Mill. They got their Smithfield, South Logan locations. And so you can go get, you can redeem at any one of those locations and get a certificate by calling in to the KVNU Morning Show. They'll call for it. I forget exactly when they call for it, what time. But here it is. Read off these details to them, as it was that 10-yard pass at the end of the first half, the second quarter, where Easton Favero, just an absolutely wonderful pass, just kind of rainbowing it over the defense right into the arms of Caden Nean. So again, a 10-yard pass from Easton Favero to Caden Nean, 18 seconds left in the second quarter. That put the Grizzlies up 14-7 right before the end of the half, and that ended up being a big score for them. They tack one more onto that, and that ends up being the winning margin. So go ahead and call into the KVNU Morning Show with those details, and you can win 4 free loaves of bread. Any final thoughts, Josh?
You know, the RPIs came out, and I think they're going to change next week.
I think they will. Grizzlies were 12th in the RPI. The Ogden Tigers were 6th, and I think those two will be moving a little bit closer together.
Absolutely.
The Grizzlies getting a win over a 4-1, now 4-2 team. So the Grizzlies, now at 2-4, moving into region play. They take on Union, their first big road trip of the season. Their first game outside of Cache Valley will be at Union. We may not be on the call. We'll have somebody there for the radio at the very least, although who knows, we may be there. But that'll be it for us tonight. I've been Jason Walker with Josh Anderson and Joe Lyson on the camera. Have a good evening, everybody.
This Logan Grizzlies broadcast has been a presentation of KVNU 102.1 FM, 610 AM, and CacheValleyDaily.com. Made possible by Advanced Heating and AC, Cache Valley Auto Care, Les Olson IT, Lana Powell State Farm, Old Grist Mill, Adams Wealth Advisors, DD Auto Salvage, Preston Watts Auto Collision, Planet Fitness, Napa Auto Parts, Young Automotive, Logan Coaches and Boosters, and Cache Valley Daily. Catch replays and photo galleries of previous games on CacheValleyDaily.com.